Hey, everybody, get on in here. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was getting a drink. I'm parched. Come on in. Let's get this party started. Gadfly is going to be with us today. Very exciting about that. I'm excited about that. We haven't talked to him in a couple of days. He's coming back. And tonight, I'm going on rackets. I'm going on Ricada Law tonight. 12 a.m. Do not miss it. It's going to be hilarious. We are going to do the David Grab-Ass Shane special, where we read a letter from David Grab-Ass Shane from his lawyer threatening to sue me for defending him from Me Too allegations. Can you believe this crap? It's gonna be pretty funny. So get on in here. And wow, there's 100 of you already. Yay, Tammy, thank you so much for the super sticker. I have news about that, by the way. I have done the math, and it hold on, I have to get rid of this music. This is driving me crazy. Goodbye, music. I have done the math, and the math proves that it makes more sense for me to do live streams than it does to just upload videos, because YouTube continues to demonetize me no matter what I do. So the live streams with the super chats and the super stickers really makes it worth my while. And I sure appreciate you guys doing that. I appreciate you supporting the show. If you don't know how to send a super chat, if you're on YouTube, you go down to the bottom where the comments are, you click on that little money symbol there, and you can send $1. You can send 99 cents. You can send any amount you wish, just like Tammy just sent a $4.99 super chat or super sticker. And you can support this program. And we get around YouTube censorship. We don't have to watch what we say. We don't have to watch what we do. Hold on, I gotta start this camera. Hey there. Hey, everybody. So I also ordered a fun new backdrop from Amazon that should be coming soon. It's just a like a hanging, because right now I'm like in the blanket fort. The blanket fort, which is fun. But I was using my green screen, but it was taking up too much, I don't know, too much bandwidth or something. So I wasn't able to make that work. So Gadfly's going to be here shortly. He's sleeping in like a degenerate, he said. Those are his words, not mine. I didn't say that. He did. Hello, everybody. We've got yeah, I agree. I like the live chats too because they are so interactive. Lisa, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. TJ's Handmade Treasures, thank you for the super sticker. You are the best. You guys are awesome. And you know, I love that YouTube at least says, I hear a bunch of you are saying that you're having trouble getting the notifications from YouTube about my live streams. You have hit the alarm bell and you're still not getting the notifications. Now, I just have to tell you, I have had many subscribers tell me the same thing. I don't know why this happens. I've had people say that they've been unsubscribed from me and they didn't do it. I can't blame YouTube for this, although I really, really want to, because right now YouTube's been pretty good to me. But I do feel like I have been targeted by perhaps rogue employees. And I think that they do things like that to me. No, it's not just you, Soupy. It's a lot of people who are saying that. I don't know how to fix the problem. If I ever get somebody at YouTube to respond to me, I will ask them the question. But it's pretty difficult. Yes, SJF says, I think it's called shadow banning. Maybe. And, you know, sometimes when I say, yeah, I think I'm shadow banned, I have other people who are like, don't be ridiculous. They do it to everyone. Maybe. I know they do it to a lot of people. Don't forget to head to the merch store. Pick up a mega pint. This is one of my favorites. I'm drinking my mocktail orange juice and sparkling water in this concoction in this. It's so tasty. And they keep your drinks, it keeps your drinks, I forgot to move my microphone away. Hold on. My microphone's been too hot recently. Can you still hear me okay if I put it up there? Oops, I just muted myself. Didn't mean to do that. I keep forgetting to put it a little further away from me because my microphone is super hot. And it sometimes, when I get loud, it gets bad sounding. Okay. E. Miller says, I got the notification today. Well, that's good that some of you are. And some of you are not getting them. So that's a problem. Don't forget to visit the merch store because there's lots of stuff in there. Like my mega pint that I'm holding right now isn't happy hour any hour. Mega pint me. And what else do we have here? I just got this one. I'm washing it right now. Frosty at the drop of a hat. Time for a mega pint. Justice for Johnny. And my new favorite merch is Objection Hearsay. Hashtag men to love this. Comes in everything. Water bottles, women's t-shirts, mugs, wine coolers. So many options, you guys. So many options for the Mega Pint. Isn't happy hour any hour t-shirts. I have one in blue. It's like a turquoise blue. It's so pretty. And my motto, keep calm and sue everyone. That comes in stickers, t-shirts, mugs, you name it. And again, make Americans friends again, because that's why we're here. Because we can find things that even if we voted for different people, we can find things to agree on. And right now, we are all in agreement that Amber Heard is a big, fat, lying abuser. Is that correct? I think I have that correct. I think we are all in agreement that Amber Heard is a big, fat, lying abuser. Before Gadfly gets here, he's going to be here soon. Here's I said I was going to tell you there has been some very, very good news for Camille Vasquez, rock star attorney that Johnny Depp hired out of LA. She has been, now you're going to love this. Congratulations, Camille is trending on Twitter. And why is that? Because Camille Vasquez has been made a partner at her law firm. She is now a full partner, and she deserves it because so many people, so many firms were trying to hire her that I think her partners were like, it's time to make Camille a partner. So in celebration of Camille Vasquez, you know what we're going to do right now, don't you? We are going to play Gadfly's amazing hit song, Camille, in celebration of our favorite attorney right now.
Sides that was spewing lies. But don't look inside. I know that this is the end. We know the money ran out, so did all the friends. And right now, you're lying on the stand. Legend, not the same, you understand. Camille, brighten up the room wherever you go. The sunlight will make you glow. Cut the liars, come back home. Camille, what do you give me? You just don't know. Camille, if I had to guess, you might be one of the best. Camille, sleepless nights, insomnia, getting cut by all the deposition. It's boring you. If you wanna be alright, well think about what a crazy lie can make it up. I know, you're all I require. You put the demon flame out while we get gaslit fire. Hope you never retire, 'cause I'll be fine. You're all that I need. Camille, brighten up the room wherever you go. The sunlight will make you glow. Cut the liars, come back home. Camille, what girl you give me, you just don't know. Camille, if I had to guess, you might be one of the best. Camille, brighten up the room wherever you go. The sunlight will make you glow. Cut the liars, come back home. Camille, what girl you give me, you just don't know. Camille, if I had to guess, you might be one of the best. Camille, brighten up the room wherever you go. The sunlight will make you glow. Cut the liars, come back home. Camille, what girl you
All right. Don't forget to go to Gadfly's YouTube channel and subscribe on his YouTube. You want to do that. Did you notice I'm wearing different glasses today? I'm wearing my old ones. My new ones are kind of falling apart, so I'm going to have to go get new ones. But I'm terrible at wearing contacts. They just bother my eyes. I would like to wear them, but I think I just can't. The older I get, the harder it is to wear contacts. I'm not sure why that is. So congratulations, Camille. We're so happy for you that you are now a full partner. Lacey P, thanks for the super sticker. You are the reason that I can do this every day. And I'm so thrilled that Camille has seen some professional accolades because of this. She deserves it. You know, she's been a practicing litigator for over 12 years. So she's not new. She's a seasoned litigator and she's excellent. And it was great to watch her. In fact, maybe we should go watch some of her best moments. Would you like to do that? Because I bet I can find Camille Vasquez best. I bet we can find something like that on YouTube. Hold on. Yeah, let's watch Camille Vasquez's best moments on YouTube. Hey, thanks, iDiamond. He says, Miss Megan, the show looks way better without the green screen. Okay, I'm getting. I have fun with the green screen, which is why I like it. But it doesn't. It's hard to deal with the Wi-Fi, I guess, and how much memory it takes. So we're just dealing with my blanket fort currently, and I'm going to get a new hanging though to go behind me, which will be more interesting than this. I think. I don't know. Maybe you won't like it. We'll see. If you like it, we'll keep it. If you don't, we'll go back to the blanket fort. So let's go over Camille's best moments, and I will drop the link for this video so you can give this creator some hits. But let's remember how Camille Vasquez saved this trial.
Kicking a door into your husband's head. You even roll your eyes at one point. Is there something amusing to you about punching your husband in the jaw?
That is not what I was smiling about. And no, I do not think it's amusing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I never even addressed it. He was just very dramatic.
We can't get enough of Camille Vasquez. Johnny Depp should be proud of his team. His lawyers are so good. They leave Amber Heard and her lawyers speechless. They can't do anything else but sit back and watch them get dominated. The media loves her. Everyone sees Camille as the hero of this trial. So here are the 7 moments of the lawyer being a star in court. The world will never forget the moment Camille demanded Amber to answer her question respectfully.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
This was during Amber's most awaited cross-examination. She was asking whether the actress already gave the $7 million divorce settlement she promised to give away to charity. Amber, all high and mighty, said that she did, of course. She even split it between multiple charities.
I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote.
Camille didn't think so. She asked again if Amber already donated the money because the actress publicly claimed that she wanted nothing from Johnny.
And that's because you did want something.
Is it me, or do you hate these videos with the computer voice? I find them so hard to listen to. Why do they do that? Why do they do the commute? And I swear, this person gets like millions of views on this. And I hate listening to computer voice. So I'm actually getting rid of this one, and I'm going to find something else. Because if I have to listen to computer voice for any more minutes, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I don't like listening to computer voice. No. Oh, here. Let's watch Law and Crimes because that won't have any weird computer voice over it. Let's just watch Law and Crimes Camille compilation, shall we? Because it's great. Camille was so great.
Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
Not that I've noticed, no.
You've looked at him, though, many times, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Because you're an
exactly
abuser.
Why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
He promised you you would never see his eyes again. Isn't that true?
I don't recall if he said that.
One of the last times you ever saw Mr. Depp was when you met him in San Francisco in July of 2016, right?
That was the second to last time I saw him, yes.
And this was after you had publicly accused him of domestic violence.
I got my restraining order before that, yes.
And this is after you had obtained the domestic violence restraining order against him.
That's correct.
Let's please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 1229. For the record, it's at 1101 through 1209. I'm going to ask that it be admitted into evidence.
Any objection to 1229?
Dropping the merch store link in the chat for you right
Yes.
now in case you want to go grab yourself a t-shirt
1229. You want to
or
enter it in its
a
entirety?
Yes, please.
Okay.
mega
1229 entered
pint.
in its entirety. Go ahead and play your section.
I can't listen to her recordings anymore. Let's just skip forward to
On that
Camille.
recording right. That's your voice on that recording right.
Yes, it is.
And you were speaking with Mr. Depp.
Yes.
Oh
And
God.
you said to Mr. Depp,
If I never see this woman staring at a jury again, it'll be too soon. Like watching this is actually physically difficult. Physically difficult to do. Oh my goodness. Foxy Fox says, guys, if you buy t-shirts regularly, you can have a very thick t-shirt by the end of the year to keep you warm too. It's true. I have a merch store addiction. I basically, all the money I make on it, I just order more merch for myself. Literally, that's what I'm doing with it. And for friends. I owe Stephanie and Sean merch, and they need to tell me what they want. They still haven't told me. Soupy says, I love how she just whipped that evidence right out every time Amber pulled her manipulative crap. I mean, honestly, oh, what did you miss about Camille? Camille Vasquez, read the banner. Camille Vasquez has been made a partner at her firm. Congratulations, Camille. She has been given a partnership at her firm because there were many firms who were trying to spirit her away and hire her after her incredible performance. And so we are just going back over Camille's greatest moments. Now, Law and Crime doesn't do a great job putting together compilations, but if we don't want to listen to a robot voice, we kind of just have to put up with Law and Crime. Yeah, you guys, I'm looking. Sam Young, hashtag Blanket Fort Gang. The blanket fort. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I have to share an office space with my daughter, who's a teenager, because she was sharing with her younger sister her room. And she came to me when she became a teenager. She was like, Mom, I really need my own room. And I told her, I said, well, your only option is to then share your bedroom in my office. You have to like move into my office space, and I'm willing to share it with you, but that means you have to share with me. That means you have to put up with me being in there working. And she said, fine. And so I'm relegated to this little corner now where behind me is actually her bunk bed and her, I guess it's like a futon underneath. So I have to hang blankets behind me so it, to block out all her mess and whatever. But I might be the only broadcaster whose studio is in her teen daughter's bedroom. It's great. It's great. She's going to college soon. And when she goes, I'm going to get my studio back, which is going to be great. And then I won't have to be in the blanket fort. But for now, we're the blanket fort gang. Phil says bandwidth kills the computer signal. Looks good as it is to me. Yeah, that's what it was doing. It was making it. Remember when my camera wasn't working when I was live streaming? I finally figured it out 6 weeks later on the last day of the trial that I should take my green screen down. I can't believe I never thought of it. Helena says, I know people have done LawTube clips, which are hilarious. I would love to see some of those. I need to look that up. Soupy says, I'm traumatized by Amber's face and voice. I just don't ever want to see her again. I feel that. I really do. Phil says it's so frustrating because it makes the presentation like an Autobot is telling you things. Yeah, that robot voice. Hate. Foxy Fox says, yeah, I hate computer voice, the voice of our future demise. Yeah, it's like, what's the Terminator? Skynet? It's like Skynet. Diamond says, just give me a human, please. I feel that every time I'm on the phone with like anyone. Walgreens. You know what I do? I'll give you my tip on how to get a human on the phone. Just start swearing at the robot. They don't know what to do with it. Like, just start swearing. Just go, shit, shit, shit. And they will hand you over to a person. Shit, fuck, shit. They will hand you over to someone quickly. Law Nerd Clips channel on YouTube has a bunch of clips. Are they funny? Should I go look them up? Law Nerd Clips. Hold on. Let's go see. Law Nerd Clips. See what I find. Oh, this would be hilarious, I'm sure. Bronca burn. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on here. You know what I never saw? I didn't watch when Morgan Tremaine. Let's watch this one. I didn't see when Ricada Stream reacted to Morgan Tremaine. Let's watch that. I bet that's amazing. I'm kind of just killing time waiting for Gadfly to get here because he wants to know about the Dr. Spiegel news. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to get here.
Okay, you know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame. doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
I can ask that question.
Oh, ruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in the target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
So good.
Oh, look at you, guy!
Mr. Depp's attorneys were well aware of the
Zing.
TRO that was going to be presented on May 27th.
Objection calls for speculation.
Were you aware of that?
Lack of foundation.
Oh.
Can you restate the question?
Were you aware that Mr. Depp's?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, sir, you're free.
Certainly wasn't out of sexual interest.
All right. You have another witness. Okay.
So good.
That was brutal.
Mr. Depp calls Brian Newmeister. Your Honor.
Love it.
All right, Brian
Oh,
Newmeister.
God. They're
And
just
that-
spoiling me today.
That Elaine headshot. I could say the same about you as taking Amber on as a
Oh,
client.
my
She
God.
took that one to the
Between
face.
Eyes. Between the
Even-
eyes.
Even she had to laugh at that one.
The man is a sniper.
TMZ Draco, man.
Spicy Draco, they call him. They call him Spicy Draco. Oh, that was funny. Oh, that was definitely funny. I'm glad I saw that. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see. Stop. Well, I forgot to give my little introduction when we started this. I'm Megan Fox. I write for pjmedia.com. If you're just joining me, I write there every day, and you can find my columns there every day. If you go to pjmedia.com, go to columnist, click on my name, you will find me there. In fact, I'll show you how to get there. So if we go over to pjmedia.com, this is what it looks like. And look, my article is trending #1 right now. Awesome. And let me show you. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If you guys have not read this article, this is what I want to show you today. But I was hoping Gadfly would get here because he wanted to hear about it. Alicia says, hey, Megan, trying to send you a super sticker and can't get into the app. Could you please instruct me again? Are you on your mobile or are you on the computer? I think it makes a difference. If you are on your mobile, you should be able to just go down to the comments, click on the little $, and it should walk you through how to do it. If you are on an iPhone, it pays with Apple Pay. If you're on a Google phone, I believe it's through the Google Pay. But that's about all I know. So if that doesn't help you, I don't know what to tell you. All right. So please clickety click on that link and share right now. I will give you to the count of 10 to do that. 10, 9, 8. Please share on your social media. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come right back and share on your social media. Oh, Ricada posted the link to this. Did he really? No wonder it's trending #1 right now. He's so good to me. Okay. Yeah, I thought he would appreciate this because This dude, Dr. Spiegel, you remember him, don't you? You remember Dr. Spiegel? Let's just remember Dr. Spiegel, shall we? Who we called Dr. Schmiegel.
That one when you were comparing this processing speed.
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka as a.
You know whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
Whether isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no. He does not use one now. If he was never fed his lines through the earpiece, which I know he was, but read he was, and that may have been that example. Mr. Wyatt may have said that it was music. I guess the question you are saying that I'm an expert witness. I'm saying as an expert witness.
Let's start with the easy question then. Maybe we can.
That was pretty easy. Go ahead.
All right, Doctor, you're going to have to just answer the questions.
Okay. Sorry about that. Getting into it.
You need to just answer the questions,
Okay.
Dr. Spiegel.
I'm not sure why we're arguing psychiatry because I'm telling you what it is.
Dr. Siegel, you just need to answer the question.
Okay.
Mr. Depp fell asleep with
Oh, look who's
ice cream
here.
in his hand. That's not vomitous, right?
I was told it was vomitous.
I was told it was vomitous.
We've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if
What a
any,
monster.
evidence would that suggest that
What a
he has
monster.
narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
Oh.
man, you stupid.
So we all remember who Dr. Spiegel is. Welcome, Gadfly. So glad to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in days.
Literally days. It's been literally days.
Yeah, but going from 10 hours a day to like not talking to you for several days in a row has just been weird. I'm
It has
having
been
Gadfly
weird.
withdrawal.
I know. It is strange. I've just been sitting behind a computer for the past like week and working on a stupid song.
On the NFT songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you here. I'm so glad you're back. Dr. Spiegel has penned an op-ed in Newsweek about his poor treatment by the internet. That's you people.
Wow. I can't believe he could type anything.
I know.
Incredible.
How does he find the time to type between all that lip smacking and weird mouth movements? I don't know.
Yeah. Is he typing from like the circus?
Oh man. I was just kind of looking at your comments as we were watching that, and this is so funny. Hold on, I want to go over some of them because they're so funny. Okay, hold on. Diamond says, Miss Megan, Nate made a clip of the CNN take of the case via Tuggen Tubin. I gotta see that. You mean wait, which Nate? Which Nate? Because that is probably hilarious. All right, Dirk Diggler said, Dr. Schmiegel has patience. Think about that.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe he actually has patience?
No, I think, what does he actually do?
He's he has patience. He talks about it in the Newsweek article. He
Oh,
literally
no.
has patience.
What about the ones that he ate after the after they came in? Well, the reason why I didn't think so is because every photo like I can find of him online, other than the trial ones, he's like in like a doctor's coat. But I guess they do that.
I guess they do that.
It says he went to medical school.
Well, you have to if you're a psychiatrist, and he is a psychiatrist.
I see.
They
see.
prescribe
I'm stupid.
medication, so you have to go.
Oh,
to
right. I'm
medical
sorry.
school.
I was thinking. Oh God, I said the wrong thing. He's a psychiatrist, not a.
Not a psychologist.
I see.
Mimsy says, OMG, Spiegel was nuts. Yes, he seems like he needs a therapist. Marion Smith says, yes, Dr. Spiegel, who said he would lie on stand to Elaine and asked if there was anything he shouldn't lie about. And Elaine told him no. Actually, you guys, I had a different opinion of that exchange. I don't think he said lie. I think he was saying, is there anything I can't talk about? And she said, no, you can talk about anything. I don't think he said lie.
I'm surprised this guy was an expert witness because he didn't seem to like know how court worked very well.
That is a good point. He didn't seem to know how it worked. Ellie Font says him asking the judge if he had to answer the question. I just can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, how do you not know that if you've done this before?
I know. Foxy Fox says, I looked up pictures from one of the versions of Dickens Oliver Twist Fagin, and he totally looked like this guy Spiegel in the version that I saw. That's so bad.
I guess it's because he never went up against someone like Dennison, who just destroys him.
We call him the expert destroyer.
Yeah,
Wayne
he's good.
Dennison.
I've heard people call him the anti-wizard. And just destroying all these expert witnesses that are like, I'm the smartest person in the room. And he's like, oh yeah, what if you're not? And I'm like, oh no. Oh, God.
Spiegel. Lickety split Spiegel. Soupy wants to know, does Christopher Lloyd know his identity has been stolen?
I know, right?
The guy is a Fruit Loop and just totally hung up on himself. Yes. Yeah, he's a Fruit Loop. And like he doesn't, I guess no one's ever been honest with this poor man about how he presents to normal people.
Look, I think he'd be fun at like a party.
What kind of party?
Just a party. Like if you were playing, I bet like he's really good at D&D and stuff.
D&D. Oh, I bet he's great at D&D.
Yeah. See, like I'm sure he's a fun guy to like have a beer with and him just like say nonsense. But if you talk about anything serious, you're gonna be like, wait, stop, shut up.
We should invite him to play our D&D that we're gonna do.
Oh, he can play himself.
Do that. He can play himself. He has to be one of the villains. So in our D&D version, is going to be Johnny Depp as Van Helsing. Johnny Depp and like all the characters, the good characters are going to be like on Van Helsing's team, and the mission is to find and chase out the nest of succubus vampire freeloaders in the castle.
Yeah.
And along the way, you'll be accosted by various legal expert witnesses.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to tell you that they're not vampires.
Yes. That will try and talk you out of it. We have to get that going. I think that's going to be a huge hit. We should do that as a live stream. We need to do a 5-hour D&D campaign. Depp v. Heard. Rooting Van Helsing version. Van Helsing version. Yeah, you have to help me. We have to do it.
Okay. I've only played D&D like once, but I'll try.
No, me too. Me too. So we're on equal playing field. I'm going to make the goblins. You know how like they in the D&D book they have the goblins with all their stats and whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just use those stats for the succubus vampire freeloaders.
Okay. Cool.
So it'll be easy. It'll be easy.
Has John Delarose played D&D in his life?
Yes,
okay.
He's totally going to do it with us.
Good.
For sure.
Be
Crystal
helpful,
Carlson, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. In fact, I might have him run it. We'll see if he'll be the dungeon master. That would be really fun because he's hilarious. He doesn't like D&D as much as some of the other games, but I want to talk him into doing it because I think it'll make a really fun live stream.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I'm usually not like a huge role play guy either, but this would be a fun scenario.
You have to make an exception. Maybe I can get Nick Ricada to do it too.
Oh, that'd be great.
If I can get Ricada to do it, it'll be a huge win. All right, let's see. So, by the way, I'm going on Ricada tonight. I'm going to make him play Camille.
No, you're not. We all know you're going to go in there and then like a week from now, you're going to go, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. All I could talk about was my merch for 3 years. But seriously, everyone go buy your merch.
And also go buy the merch.
Yeah, speaking of merch, Megan, how do people get your merch?
Go to the link in the description. Pick up a t-shirt, a mug, a sticker, a wine cooler, anything you can get your hands on.
Wow, those look great. I'm sure they're way too expensive for me, though. Wait a minute. That's a fantastic price.
That t-shirt is only $15.99.
That's cheaper than Target.
You still have to tell me what you want from the merch store. Yeah, Foxy Fox says, I'm going to go on Ricada and go, I made this song named Camille.
I've been talking to myself on stream for 4 weeks.
Oh God! Note to self: do not forget to mention Gadfly.
It's okay. Forget away. It's fine.
Oh,
It's not like
all
I
right.
would love the boost or anything when I'm about to put a new video out. That's fine. Don't who cares?
Okay, wait. Doctor, I have to change the ticker because now we're talking about Dr. Spiegel. Dr. Spiegel pens whiny bullshit article in Newsweek
Oh God.
complaining about you people.
Let's
You're
all
all
take
just-
him to court, guys. He
you're
didn't write
all
the
too
headline.
mean.
Keep that in mind.
You're all too mean. You're just way too mean to
Yeah.
Dr. Spiegel. All right, so let's get through this.
I love him. He was the most entertaining guy. I mean, without him,
God, he was
the
great.
trial would be worse.
He was
Just
great. He was great.
Yeah, just
Everyone
great.
loves him. Are you
he's just
kidding?
stupid, but he's great.
Everyone loves Dr. Spiegel with his. Remember when he had the hair sticking up on top of his head, and then he used.
I don't
the
remember
word-
when he didn't.
and then he goes, "You're splitting hairs," and we all died. We literally died laughing.
I love when he asked if Marlon Brando was dead. That was my favorite part.
Isn't he dead?
So technically, he wouldn't have an earpiece because he's dead now. Like some gamer bro got up on the stand for a second.
Foxy Fox says, yes, this is a chance to get Ricada into the D&D idea. Yeah, I'm going to ask him tonight. I'm going to ask him if he'll play D&D with us. Ophelia, thank you for the $5 super sticker. I love your name, Ophelia. Ophelia is a great name. Cheryl, thank you for the super chat. She says, do that D&D live. I will watch it for sure. Looking forward to you on Ricada's stream tonight. Yeah, we're going to be reading the letter from David Grabash Shane's attorney that is literally 3 pages long, and I cannot wait to get a lawyer's opinion on it, because obviously they sent it to my general counsel, but my general counsel at Salem Media is far too busy to sit around and laugh with me. And so I wasn't able to be like, isn't this ridiculous? Can we laugh about it? You know, I was just like too busy trying to save my job. So it is a 3-page screamy letter from David Grabash Shane's attorney.
Wow. It must be really scary. I can't believe you're going to read that.
Yeah, it's super scary, and we're all very scared of David Grabash Shane. So that's what will be happening on the Ricada live stream tonight. Dolly says, we are such horrible people. Yes, apparently not only is Dr. Spiegel mad at you, but David Grabash Shane's pretty mad at you as well. And he's trying to sue everyone he can think of to make it stop.
What's the closest thing I could say to have him try to sue me for something?
Ellie Font says, sounds handsy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's very
extremely. In
hands-on.
fact, this is a real picture of David Grabash Shane that was taken very recently. And as you can see, he has difficulty keeping those huge hands off of people's asses. Wouldn't you if you had hands that big? I mean, it just happens.
I'd have trouble keeping my ass away from his hands. They're so inviting.
So inviting. All right, going back to the article here, Dr. Spiegel's testimony was nothing short of ridiculous. He has to know this, but instead of owning up to how bizarre and unprofessional it was to attempt to diagnose Depp by watching his movies and interviews, Spiegel has written an op-ed in Newsweek blaming all of you for laughing at his batshit crazy performance.
How dare you?
In I Testified in Heard v. Depp trial, the backlash has been horrific. Spiegel wrote about experiencing his 15 minutes of fame. Spoiler, he didn't enjoy it.
That's, I honestly wouldn't expect something like this from that guy. I would expect like, maybe like the Hollywood expert person to write about this, or like, I don't know, some other lame, or Dr. Hughes for sure.
Yeah,
but
Dr.
Hughes. But I wouldn't expect him. I feel like he gave off the impression he would like just laugh at things and like not look at the internet and go back to his life where he like raises all of his mole children or something.
He didn't do that. No. Listen to what he said, and this is a quote from
No.
it. The volume of it, from the personal attacks on who I am and what I present like to what I look like and say, was obviously a little hurtful. Sir, you're a grown man.
Yeah, and also I think you look amazing. Dare I say, incredible.
Let's go back and see how he actually does look. Let's just run this back here. Dr. Spiegel. There he is. Oh, yeah.
I mean, for a person's quote unquote like true appearance and attitude to provide decades worth of entertainment for people around the world, you should be proud of yourself.
He can't be ignorant of how he looks.
No, I think just like, he's eccentric and it's interesting and hilarious, especially when it's in this setting.
He has looked this way for his whole life. You cannot tell me that this guy just now figured out he's kind of an odd bird.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's
Foxy
wrong with
Fox,
that?
ha! I think you look amazing. Dare I say incredible.
How big are your hands, Dr. Spiegel?
I mean, this can't be the only time. I mean, he went through middle school. I assume he looked even weirder in middle school.
Also, a lot of people tend to say he looks like Christopher Lloyd. Like, what is he trying to say? That Christopher Lloyd is ugly?
Yeah, right.
That's rude.
I mean, he's people are not saying he's ugly, just that he's so eccentric.
Yeah.
Like a mad scientist. And that
Yes, he's exactly a mad scientist.
And like with the eyebrow movements, like he's not a bad looking dude. No one is saying he's an interesting looking person. In fact, like in his eyebrows, that like he's got that eyebrow movement that's so fun. And he's got that super expressive face. No one is actually making fun of the way he looks. It's just that he talks. So the way he expresses himself was so over the top, arguing with the judge, arguing with the lawyers, like making those weird lip smacking. Look, Dennison is laughing at him.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's a funny dude. Look at Dennison laughing out loud.
That's what I'm saying. If you went to a bar with this guy and just like had a conversation with him, you'd probably be laughing the whole time.
Oh, totally. Totally.
I like him. He didn't help Amber's case at all, so that part's good too. But I also like him.
No, he didn't help Amber's case at all. But he was probably the most entertaining part of this entire trial. And if he were smart, he would turn this into his own YouTube channel and start making videos about Dr. Spiegel's take on current events and just
I'd watch that.
Oh, I'd totally watch that and just rant, Dr. Spiegel. Go off.
I'd love to hear his rants. That'd be great.
It would be great with those eyebrows and those facial expressions. Like, yeah, it'd be great. Nobody is actually being mean to him, by the way. People are just saying, okay, that testimony was batshit. And like, he says they're personal attacks, but you can't take the internet personally.
Yeah, I don't know you personally, so it's not a personal attack.
Can't be personal.
I'm literally basing everything I know about you off of the 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever you were on the stand for.
And isn't that interesting? Because isn't that what he did to Johnny Depp?
Well, you see, he doesn't know about making movies. He's not aware that, people rehearse for films.
He doesn't know anything about acting. Claudia Ellie, thank you for the super chat. She says, Megan, I just want to say you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Claudia. I'm really enjoying your videos. Your laugh is contagious. Your commentary is refreshing. Found you through Ricada. Can't wait to see you there tonight. Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys
Claudia,
are the best.
the new favorite.
The new favorite. My new favorite super chatter. Should I tell them about the crazy audio I sent you today?
I haven't even listened to it yet. I'm trying to prepare myself.
It's so bizarre. Should we listen to it together?
Oh, yes, please.
All right. So you guys, remember you guys all said that we should that Gadfly should write a song with me laughing in it. So I said, well, I have to, in order to do that, I have to record clean audio of me laughing. So I did that today, and it was the most bizarre recording I ever made. I have never made anything weirder than this before. So let's see. Here it is, me laughing. Let's play it. Can you hear this? Wait. Is it sharing the right screen? Yeah. Okay,
I can see it.
All right. It's not playing yet. Hold on. This is me laughing at nothing. I was laughing at nothing. No. No, I can't stop. Stop. No. Yes. I felt so stupid doing this.
It is contagious, I do have to say. It is a good laugh.
It's a good laugh.
Mom Fly the other day actually said that. We were like, I met her for lunch. She's like, I have to say Megan's laugh is just so contagious. I'm just laughing every time she is. I'm like, okay, I'll let her know.
Adam says this doesn't sound right to me. Well, I can't do it again. It's very hard to get. Well, I'm trying to get clean audio because you have to have clean audio.
No, I really, there were a couple in there that I could tell you I'm going to use for sure.
Okay, good.
I don't know. What kind of thing do you want, though? Do you want like an intro thing that's like really fast? Like 15 seconds or whatever?
Do something fun. I don't know. Do something fun. I don't know what I
don't
want.
do that. I only make serious songs. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just thought that, the chat had a good idea. It was
They did.
a good idea. It's a good
No,
idea.
I'm gonna make you an intro song. That way you can
I want an intro song. It'd be
have
so
it forever.
fun. Yes. All right. So here's what we still haven't gotten through his first paragraph. I deal with people for a living, so I try to understand where people were coming from. It's what a psychiatrist does. But the comments below the YouTube videos of me have been vile, sir. The first rule of YouTube: don't read the comments.
Don't read them. Unless you want to read mine, they're all positive.
I know. Well, also, I had like many years of me being on YouTube that were not great. Like my audience, the audience hated me. So I actually got used to YouTube through the fire. I never read comments because the comments were so awful. I made the catastrophic mistake of angering some atheists one time by poking fun at them.
Oh no.
And
Atheist YouTube. Atheist Tube.
Yeah, Atheist Tube. And they sent 4chan after me. So it was like 3 months of total insanity and hatred. And so I got really used to getting really bad comments on my YouTube videos. And they kept it up for like a solid 6 months, maybe.
Wow.
So now it's like, now that I have an audience that actually likes me, it's so different. I can actually go read the comments and not feel horrified every time I open it up. Who are those jerks? Well, they're the atheist community. They can't take jokes. They have no ability to laugh at themselves. Not all of them.
Not all of them. There's a few that just don't care. But
right. There's like, for instance, Hemant Mehta, if you know who he is, he's called the Friendly Atheist. He and I have a 3 or 4 part video series of me and him talking, doing like a podcast together, which was great because he's a super nice guy and like he gets the joke. But yeah, it was really awful there for a while.
Yeah, there's a there's a bunch of different, there's a whole, dare I say, spectrum of atheist YouTubers.
Cole says, I don't believe in atheists.
Yeah. That's always the classic. That's a good one.
That's so funny. So funny.
I don't believe in you.
I don't believe in you. Atheists don't realize they're a cult. LOL. It's true.
I know, right? That's why a lot of atheists have like stopped calling themselves atheists because they're like, I don't want to be lumped in with everyone else. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
let's
it's
eat
totally
some pizza.
fine. Whatever anybody believes is totally fine with me. But in fact, I wasn't even trying to upset the atheists. I was just making a video about how I didn't like the evolution display at my local museum because it's so silly. It's just as silly as like the young earth creationist one that's like, this happened 6,000 years ago. So they start with like 6 billion years ago. This thing happened, and then they make a movie about it. To me, it was just as it was just silly because I think the right answer is we don't know. I don't know. You don't know. And I think it's crazy to present something as fact that happened 6 billion years ago. Like, come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't, like, other than just, like hearing things throughout my entire life. But like, I definitely, and I don't think many people have gone and looked at the paperwork or because who's going to read all that? Who's going to read every
Right.
freaking
Yeah,
study?
I'm not a biologist.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
how could I tell you what evolution is? I can't even tell you what a woman is because I'm not a biologist, and you need to be one in order to define these things, I guess.
I'll definitely agree with you on stuff like the Big Bang Theory, though. I mean, I'm a science-minded person, but I'm just saying you don't know that for sure.
Yeah, well, that's my only. That was
man.
my only point. Was like, you're just saying this. Like, this is just as bizarre as people saying it was only 6,000 years ago and then this happened. Like, how do you know? You don't know what happened even 100 years ago when
Look,
we have records of things.
We found a new organ in the body like 3 years ago.
Right.
So,
and like they're constantly finding all these new things in the ocean that we never knew existed. And then yet at the same time, you want to tell me with certainty what happened 350,000 years ago. And I'm just like, well, maybe,
Yeah, maybe. Sure,
maybe. So yeah, but man, did they get mad at me because you're not allowed to laugh at their theories. You're just not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to tell jokes about theories that they truly believe in because Darwin is their god. And if Darwin is wrong about anything, that shakes their whole foundation. And I really think that's what it's about. It's not really about, oh, we have to school this woman. She's such an idiot. It's more like, if people start laughing at us, then what?
Yeah, and even if like someone super disagrees with you and they're like, oh, that's a stupid take to have, then why not just say that and move on? Like, I don't care.
Right.
It's so dumb to me because I mean the internet is like this though, because I don't really think any of them are going to go like busting into churches and being like, you're all stupid. But
Kathy says, does that include the Bible? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it does. Like, it's definitely, everything's up for criticism. Everything,
including Dr. Spiegel. So
look,
Dr. Spiegel, if the Bible's up for criticism and evolution's up for criticism, you are up for criticism.
Actually, it actually makes a lot of sense, like that it actually does relate. It's like, yeah, okay, so you're the only person on earth that can't be mocked?
Yeah.
Everyone gets mocked for everything. Everything. I got mocked for going on a field trip with my kids, for God's sake. If I got mocked for that, you can get mocked for your very public, high-profile trial performance for which you got paid like 60 grand. I didn't get paid. I made $1,000 off of YouTube on that video, and that's all I got in exchange for 6 months of abuse. I would have taken 60 grand. I'll tell you that much. It would have made it a lot more palatable. But wait till you hear what he's actually complaining about.
Oh, man. I mean, Megan's going to make fun of me when we talk about Disney World. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. We have to get to that. Are you like a Disney World freak?
We'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, I have to hurry up and get through this. And some people have access to my work email. Oh, no. So I've gotten, now wait for it, 4 or 5 charming editorials about myself. What?
Okay.
4 or 5? Oh my God, sir.
Is this the guy that Googles himself every day? That's what it feels like.
He's got Google alerts on his name.
Oh no.
iDiamond says, has he watched himself? Did you watch what you did on the stand, sir?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just don't get it because I think he's great.
Blah says, Blah, it's good to see you, by the way. Spiegel has such a thin skin for someone who allegedly understands the human psyche.
People hate.
Point.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
What? You can't hear me? What happened? Oh, no. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. He got kicked out. Well, while he's gone, I'll read some of your comments. Jay Nash said, it took man over 10,000 years to discover gravity. We are just like any other animal, slowly waking up to the reality of mortality. That is a great comment. Thank you for saying that. Cole says, even gravity is a theory, right? Yes. How do you get Spiegel to shut up? Lock his lips and stick him to the wall. Dr. Spiegel, welcome to the internet. That's why I named this show Welcoming Dr. Spiegel to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
This is it. It's rough and tumble here. You got to put your big boy pants on and face the music. I don't know what happened to you just then. It wasn't me. You just
I
cut out.
know. I had made the mistake of trying to go over to the YouTube tab so I could send out the stream.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, you can't do
Somebody
that.
save Nina Gonzalez. She's in a virtual LGBTQ training at work.
Fun.
Oh man, Nina. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're listening to this instead. You're not going to learn anything good. And you know what? My message is great for them too. Put your big boy and big girl pants on, or big binary pants on, and stop caring what people say about you. You damn snowflakes. Why do you need to be in a virtual LGBTQ training for your job? That's insane.
You know, I was watching a reality show from 2001 that everyone should watch because it's great. And it was it's called The Mole, and it's hosted by Anderson Cooper of all people.
Have I seen this? Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, I know.
What
It
is this about?
surprised me. So it's 10 people in the first season. I think there's like 14 in the second. But basically, it's 10 people. They're all doing like group games, like Amazing Race type games. And they earn more money for the pot at the end, and there's only one winner at the end. But one person is secretly a mole and is trying to sabotage the group and get them to not make money.
So it's like the live version of that little game all the kids play, the sus game. What is that called?
Yeah. Among Us.
Among Us, yes.
Yeah, it is like that. And it's fantastic because it's kind of serious, but like it's funny, but also like serious. And it's before reality TV was like horrible. So no one's like mic'd up or anything. It like feels very natural, but it's great. But I say that because there was a gay guy and a gay girl on the show, and no one like talked about it or cared. It's because it was just a thing that existed.
Yeah, why is it like, man, this new, and not my friends, because I've got all these normie gay friends who are just normal, and they do not want to be petted on the head and patronized everywhere they go.
Sure.
And they do not want, they don't need to be validated for every choice they make in their lives. So they don't understand this need for the attention-seeking horror chapter of it's basically the T+. The LGBs are kind of quiet, and the T+ are just out of control now. And
yeah.
In fact, there's a new Twitter page you guys all need to go follow. Let me find them. It's called GAG, G-A-G. Hold on. It's called Gays Against Grooming.
That's a good thing to be against.
It's so good. It's so funny. And it's like, where the heck did they go? Is it just at GAG? Hold on. I have to find them. I have to tell you where to go to find them because they're great.
I think the problem with like having a community like that to the point where it kind of just starts to encompass everybody is that it doesn't like really stand for anything because there's so much, quote unquote infighting and disagreements that like you're trying to tell someone what they should believe based on their sexuality. And I think that's pretty, I would say that's pretty bad.
It is bad. People are individuals. They have the right to individual thought. All right. It's called Against Grooming. I dropped it's at Against Groomers on Twitter. And I absolutely freaking love them. They're so great. They're like, we're gay and we're against all this grooming shit and it has to stop. And I love it. So follow them on Twitter because they are awesome. And, I've been asking for normie gays to like rise up and join with parents and help us stop this insipid terrible stuff, the cult programming in the schools and like programming in the workplace. Why should you have to sit through an LGBTQ training? They're just people like everybody else.
Yep. You shouldn't care what my sexuality is or what I identify as, and I don't care
And why are we talking about it?
yours.
Why are we talking about it? Like, why isn't it part of the sexual harassment or against sexual harassment to even be talking about sexual orientation at work? Like,
Yeah.
isn't that stuff you're supposed to keep at home?
It's a little private. Hey, tell me who you have romantic relations with. Let's do it now.
Yeah, and like
Like,
share your kinks with the group. Like,
No.
what the
Leave me
hell?
alone.
What is this?
Yeah, I like you if you're a cool person, and I don't if you're not. That's the end of my requirements.
Mine too. But I also have a requirement where if you start giving me TMI and telling me stuff like that, I don't want to be your friend.
Well, I wouldn't say that's that cool of a person. So yeah, I agree.
Like, if you need to tell me like what you like to do in the bedroom, I'm instantly not interested.
Oh, also you have to fully believe in evolution, or else I hate you. So.
Fully.
Yeah, fully. Every single word. Even if things contradict each other and people disagree, you have to agree with both of them.
You have to agree with both of them. The Cambrian explosion. There's a question for you. Because if evolution happened over this long periods of time, what is the explanation for the Cambrian explosion? Now, I don't have an answer for that, but I will say that every evolution display I've ever seen has a section on the Cambrian explosion where all these different species of plants and things just appeared out of nowhere at the same time. And it's like, well, how did that happen then? How?
Because it did, Megan. How dare you? I'm going to email YouTube. YouTube@gmail.com. I'm sending them an email.
YouTube@gmail. Make sure you tell them to shut me down because I cannot be allowed to say these things. It's just terrible.
Channel name Megan Fox said that she doesn't believe in plants.
Wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. So during that video, we go to where was I? Oh, we were in the dinosaur bones. And I'm saying, look at these things. Don't they look like dragons? Like people used to draw dragons, right? And they look very similar to dinosaurs. Well, I start telling the story where I went to the Minneapolis Children's Museum, which is a really cool place. And if you have kids and you're anywhere near there, you need to take, or no, sorry, not Minneapolis, Indianapolis, different place. The Indianapolis Children's Museum has this really cool dinosaur exhibit. And one of the dinosaurs they have is this skull that you can actually handle and you can hold, and it looks like a dragon skull. I mean, it's called Dracoris hogwartsia. That's the name they gave it, Dracoris hogwartsia, the dragon of Hogwarts. That's what they called this new dinosaur skull they found. So on the video, I'm saying, I see the skull at this Indianapolis Children's Museum, and it looks exactly like a dragon. And then they tell me they named it the Dragon of Hogwarts. And I mean, it has horns. It's amazing looking, like every depiction you've ever seen of a dragon. And then you go to Chinese culture and history, and they've been drawing dragons for thousands of years, right?
Yeah.
So I asked the question. Is it possible that the timeline's off a little with when the dinosaurs all were extinct? Could there have been, because we know there were like very huge serpents, everything was like super big, right? And how do you know they all died at the same time? Perhaps a few remained until people killed them off, which is why we have these stories about fighting dragons, St. George and the dragon. There's all kinds of lore and literature about humans interacting with dragons. Now, perhaps not actual dinosaurs, but the remnants of these huge beasts, whatever they were, that look like that. So anyway, that became, she believes in dragons.
Wow. Can't believe you believe in dragons. That's what I heard also.
She believes that there were flying fire spitting dragons.
I totally think it's possible that we didn't first discover dinosaur bones recently. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
That cultures could have discovered like dinosaur bones and stuff a long time ago.
That's what
and-
people say, is that they discovered the bones and that's how they got the drawings and the lore. But my
Right.
question was, how do you know they all died at the same time? I don't know. I just think everything that happened thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years ago, how the hell do you know?
'Cause it says it right there. It says it right there in the book. What do you mean?
So I got branded as someone who believes in dragons, to the point that WGN called me and wanted me to go on the news to discuss my belief in dragons.
Wow. That would have been fun.
I said yes. I said I would do it, and then they bumped me and they put somebody else on.
Who believed in not dragons?
Not dragons. I mean, the Field Museum got so mad at me for that video because it went viral for all the wrong reasons.
I'm
It went
sure.
viral on 4chan, you know? Like, you do not want a video of yours, by the way, to go viral on 4chan. Foxy Fox says, Megan Fox thinks the Flintstones is real. Unsubscribing now.
She also thinks the Flintstones meets the Jetsons is real.
I'll tell you what, I am very disappointed that the Jetsons has not come true. I was so ready for the 2020s to be like, I wanted my own Rosie. I thought I was going to have one of those things that dresses me in the morning. And I'm in a flying car. And what do we have? COVID and trans kids. That's what we have in 2022. I'm very disappointed.
Disavow. To stay away from controversial things. Oh no, I already talked about LGBT stuff. Oh no. Oh god.
no.
Delete it. Everyone.
I'm sorry, trans kids are like vegan cats. Everybody knows who's making the decision
Vegan cats.
in that relationship.
Have you ever seen that video of that person who's like, my dog is vegan? And she's on like the Today Show or something.
My dog. No, I
And
haven't.
there's a guy who's like, no, he's not. And she's like, yes, he is. And they put down 2 bowls, one full of crappy vegan dog food and one full of meat.
Did he go for the meat?
He went straight for the meat.
That's how I feel about trans kids. I don't think that their parents. I think it's all their parents' fault. It's Munchausen
Wow,
syndrome
guys.
by
Did you
proxy.
hear that? Megan Fox thinks trans kids are dogs. Did you hear that, guys?
Okay, this is how it starts.
Did you hear that? Pretty horrible.
Ellie Fence says you can have a robotic vacuum and call it Rosie. No. I want a real robot named Rosie who I can talk to and ask to make dinner and stuff. That is not what the thing that runs around on the floor sucking up random bits of dust and doesn't even get the whole floor. That is not what I was expecting for 2022. No.
You can talk to an AI chatbot. There you go.
Chatbot. My dog, T-Rope, my dog is trans.
Wow. I have to disavow this dog stuff, guys. You guys are really bringing
Foxy Fox says, yeah, you basically want a robot version of yourself. Yes, I want a wife. I want a robot wife.
Oh my God.
Make my dinner. Oh, you wanted the YouTube link, and I just saw the private chat. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You want the YouTube link?
Yeah. By the way, I did make a video called Camille if you want to mention it later on Arcada's stream. Just a reminder.
I totally am going to do it this time. I swear to you.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to you.
Sure.
All right, wait. I'm putting my Twitter link that has the link inside. Is that good enough?
It's probably going to kick me out, but I'll try
Oh,
real
no.
fast.
Hold on. I'll get you the real one. Hold on.
It's probably going to kick me out regardless.
I'm sure you guys are. This is riveting programming right now.
That's
riveting.
great. Listen to those clicks, everybody. Wow. Speaking
All
of
right,
clicks,
there.
you should go clickety-click the articles on PJ Media written by Megan Fox.
Liz says the robot will become aggressive and dangerous. Don't do it. Your Grace says chickens are descended from T-Rex. I thought, okay, so they say that chickens are like a relative of dinosaurs. And I didn't believe that until I had chickens. And when I
Yeah.
then I got to watch them and like listen to them. And I will say that, yeah, it makes more sense now. It does. Maybe.
It does.
Maybe. And my answer to that is maybe. I don't know, and I don't think anybody else does either. Even the people who study it all day long, every day, I don't think they know either.
No, we don't know what dinosaur skin was. We don't know. They could have all been freaking neon pink and, bioluminescent. We have no idea.
They could have been feathered.
Yeah, apparently raptors were. So, we don't know.
So, yeah, I mean, we don't know. And I just think it's really the height of hubris to be like, I know what happened 350,000 years ago. What? We can't even agree on what happened last week.
Yeah, exactly.
The country is split on whether or not Johnny Depp deserved his verdict or not. Like, we can't even decide what happened last week. And I'm supposed to believe that 350,000 years ago. That's settled, though.
Some people think dragons are real. That's what I heard.
Blah says, yeah, dragons. Blah says, I was sad you lost a rooster. Me too. But I have a new rooster. Do you guys want to see a picture of my new cock? Does anybody want to see that? I have it here somewhere. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, so if you guys, there's a MeWe. Are any of you on MeWe? There is a PJ Media group on MeWe that you can join where I post a lot of pictures and stuff, and we talk with our VIP. It's the VIP chat group. People who are VIP subscribers on PJ Media. And if you want to be a part of that group, you just sign up on pjmedia.com and you put in my promo code FOX and you will get a discount. But I sometimes post pictures there. They're a lot of fun, these people on the MeWe group. There it is. Here, now I can show you a picture of my new cock. Hold on. Share, stop screen. What happened to Gadfly? He keeps popping out. What happened?
I sent a link to
No.
people.
All right, here's a picture of my new cock. His name is King Louis. How cool is he?
Ooh, it's beautiful.
Isn't he pretty? He has these like amazing luminescent green feathers on the tail. He has all these different colors and he's really cool.
See? Dinosaur could have looked like that.
Blah. Megan's trans, guys. Cock's out of the bag. Oh. 2022 robot will order and have delivered food instead of cooking it for you. Maybe. But I like home cooked food. I want my robot to cook at home.
Yeah.
I want Rosie. That's what I want. I want the robot to cook and clean. By now, we should have that. I feel like Elon Musk has failed us all. All he did was create a car that drives itself, and nobody really wants that because everyone's paranoid that someone will hack it and run them off the road.
That sounds cool.
What?
I'm into that. I'll have to disagree with you. I think that a lot of people want that. A lot of people just want to play their Switch in their back seat and have their car drive them to in and out or whatever.
I can see that perhaps on the, like in an urban area, but in a rural area, I don't know. I just don't see people giving up their ability to drive. I don't see it.
I drove one of the new, I think it was it was an Elantra, Hyundai Elantra, and it doesn't have like self-driving, but it has self-steering. So you can just like hold the gas down and it will keep you in the lanes and stuff on freeways. And I tried it for like 3 minutes while it beeped at me and told me to put my hands back on the steering wheel. And it was a little weird, not going to lie to you, but it was cool.
I guess I'm just worried that and I'm sure that people who have enemies like me.
Yeah.
Those of us who have some enemies who might be in powerful places are always worried about stuff like that because one day someone might just decide we don't want her anymore. Let's run her into a light pole.
Hack the Tesla.
Right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but I don't feel like that's going to be, I don't think that's going to be in the cards for me is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends took an AI Uber. They were like doing like testing or something. This is a few years ago. And he said that there was no driver. He just got in the back seat and it took him to where he wanted to go. But it took corners a little weird. They said other than that, it was fine. I'm like, that's scary. But okay.
It's a little scary. Lil Galaxy says cars that can auto kill designed by the Clintons. Maybe. Maybe. I disavow. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Clintons. I'm a big fan.
I'm not disavowing that one.
I have no information on Hillary Clinton that could lead to anything. So please don't tell anyone that I do.
Oh my God. I can't even bring myself to jokingly say something positive.
I'll tell you what, I disavow all political dynasties, all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like political dynasties of any kind. Not the Bushes, not the Clintons. Not the Kennedys. They can all go rot in hell. That's all I have to say about that.
Please don't murder me.
But also don't murder me.
Please don't murder me. I just don't like you. It's okay. I only think you're evil. It's fine.
All right, before we get into serious trouble, let's get back to my article on BJ Media about Dr. Spiegel. And I'm going to drop the link in here. And if those of you who were not here when I dropped it the first time, go clickety-click, and share it on your social media because it helps me a lot. And it doesn't cost you a dime, unlike the merch store. But even if you spent your dimes in there, it's not that much. Get yourself a mega pint. You won't regret it.
Exactly.
All right. Doctor, the first rule of YouTube is don't read the comments, ever. Perhaps Spiegel got a taste of what Depp has been going through for the last 6 years, when no one believed he was the victim of abuse and instead painted him as the abuser. False depictions hurt, and Spiegel's client, Amber Heard, is the queen of fabricating false allegations. Her experts who helped her corroborate her lies should feel the sting of taint by association. How on earth didn't they see it? Or if they did see it, they took the money anyway. But he wrote in here that he believes her. He wrote in his thing that he believes this woman.
Incredible. Incredible. Look, I will say that Dr. Spiegel definitely, he was lying about all the movie stuff. There's no one on planet Earth, even if you're 5 years old, because you've probably done a little kindergarten play or something, you would never say that you don't know whether or not actors rehearse for their scenes. That's like insanity. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, I don't either. Tarkina, thank you for the super chat. She says, the bigger fear is what happened with Russia, Ukraine. The left calling on Elon to disable all Teslas in Russia. I know.
Right.
I'm not going to go into the details of an international crisis or anything, but I will say this. When any country is at war with any other country, hate the leaders all you want, but do not take it out on the people because they have no power. The Russian people are not responsible for what's happening.
No, exactly. Just as much as you guys, everyone in this chat isn't responsible for the current or previous presidents.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you as a civilian, really.
Even if you voted for somebody, you're still not responsible for everything they do. And it's just like how Johnny Depp is not responsible for what his followers said about Dr. Spiegel.
Or what his lawyer said about Amber.
Yeah. It's just so insane. So yeah, peace to the Russian people and the Ukrainian people. This whole thing is a disaster, and punishing the people of a country whose leader has gone off the rails is not okay with me. I don't get it. I don't like the sanctions. I don't like anything about that. Why should innocent women, children, and men suffer because of their dictator? I don't like that at all. And it was really bad when Americans started doing things like boycotting Russian restaurants here. Don't do that. These people are immigrants. They have come here to get a better life, and they've made something of themselves. And then to hold them responsible for something that some guy did in an ocean away, come on.
Right, exactly.
Don't do that.
It's the same thing that happened with COVID, and people were boycotting Chinese restaurants and things like that. It's like, dude, they're not over there.
Okay, if you're going to boycott, now I like boycotting China, but not Chinese restaurants in America.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
If you're going to boycott China, Get off TikTok. Delete it from your phone because it's owned by the Chinese government. That's one way that you can boycott China. Don't buy products made in China because they use slave labor. Try and find things that are made in other countries like Vietnam or Sweden or United States that don't use slave labor. That's how you do that. But you don't boycott Chinese restaurants in America? That's crazy.
That makes no sense.
No.
Makes no sense at all.
Connie says your article on Spiegel was great. We're going over it right now. I'm not getting through it very fast.
Sorry. I'll shut up forever now.
We're in an hour and 20 minutes in.
We're talking about China and Russia.
I know. Hey, but that's what this is about. The chat throws us off sometimes, but that's okay because they have things to talk about. And and also when you send me a super chat, I'm definitely going to talk about it. So it's okay to derail the show. We'll get back on. Blah says, makes no sense hating people involved in wars that are not waging the war, even when the war has international visits of celebrities every week and concerts by Bono.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Charlie, where did you hear this? That Depp is not paying the $86,000 to the ACLU. Was that decided? Because I thought they were suing him for that. Was it already decided? Hold on.
Could you imagine suing Johnny Depp for $87,000?
No.
That'd be like me suing you for 10 pennies. Like,
which
what's
might
the point?
still happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
ACLU, let's see, followed by court subpoenas. Okay, the only thing I'm seeing in the top stories is that they're still seeking. 21 hours ago, Fox News reported that they are still seeking $86,000 from him for legal fees. So if you heard something that said they don't have to anymore, I don't know where you're finding it because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing that they're still reporting they're going after him for it. Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Dr. Spiegel blamed Johnny for what his followers said, and that is crazy. And a psychiatrist should know better than that. Like, literally, he's a psychiatrist. All right, let's get back to the article. There are a few people alive today who have not been the target of some online campaign at some point, whether a small business responding to a negative barrage of Yelp reviews after some public embarrassment, or a journalist like myself who says something that stirs up a hornet's nest, which I'm bound to do again. That's the reality of the internet. Put your big boy pants on. It won't last very long. I was hopeful that Spiegel would address major criticisms from people who were mostly concerned by his violation of the Goldwater rule when he armchair diagnosed someone he never even spoke to in person. But he didn't. Instead, he complained about some salty reviews. He said, "My WebMD page has now been closed to comments, but if you looked at the site beforehand, there were probably 7 or 8 reviews, and all of a sudden on Monday and Tuesday, there were hundreds, so it was pretty obvious what had happened." Yes, doctor, people on the internet will hit your reviews first. They're just trying to express themselves, and this site's hosting the reviews will eventually cut the fake ones and restore your rating. It's literally a matter of waiting about 24 hours for the system to catch up. You'll survive. How is he complaining about these things?
Don't know. It's so weird. It's just, I don't want to use the classic internet response, but sounds like a boomer to me.
Yeah. And then Dr. Spiegel compared the internet laughing at him to psychotic killers threatening to kill him. No, really. This is what he said. During my career, I have dealt with people who are not guilty of murder by reason of insanity, and I've dealt with people who are psychotic and have threatened to kill me, and it has never fazed me one iota, but this did. What? So you had literal Hannibal Lecter? Literal Hannibal Lecter. Trying
to kill you.
Yeah, planning to kill you.
I would be way more worried about someone threatening to kill me than someone saying I look like a goofball on TV.
No, right? I know. Amanda says I missed a super chat. I don't think I did. I think I got it. That was the one by Turkina. That's the last one I've seen. If I missed one, hold on. I'll go over to my YouTube studio because that's where I can see it better. StreamYard sometimes does this to me. If I missed your super chat, I apologize. I am not trying to do that.
The best way to know Megan won't miss it is if you send it 4 times. Then she for sure.
Don't listen to that. That's not true. That's
Disavow.
Disavow. No, hold on. I got to get into the studio. Okay, if I go to the studio, perhaps I can see it. See, I got Tarkina's was the last one. And that was the one about Russia and Ukraine. I read that. I think I got them all. If I didn't, let me know the name and I'll see if I can pull it up. The thing is, if I don't catch them when they first go by, I don't know where the hell they go. I don't know. And that's not good. But I promise, you know what I will do though? If I do miss any super chats in the live stream, I'll get it on the next one. Because then I'll be able to, after I close the window, I'll be able to look it up. Because it has it gives me like a readout of how many there were and which ones they were. So I'll catch up on the next stream. All right, let's get through this because then I want to talk about Disney World before you have to go. I am not letting you off the hook on this. I think I'd be more concerned with actual killers who know my name and address, whom I help lock up, than internet jokesters just out for the lulz. But that's just me. But then Spiegel went into territory that is just nuts. He blamed Depp for not calling off the jokesters, as if Depp had any control over the internet. This is what he said. I would have liked Mr. Depp to get ahead of this and to have said, listen, I understand you're upset, but there are ways to express how you feel. What?
What? What? This is like, now I know every YouTuber does this and they should, but to be like, hey, look, I know we're like talking about this person and I don't like this person, but please don't go to their channel and like spam them and harass them and everything. And every person says that. It never works.
It never works.
But everyone says that for, just to be nice.
It never works.
But yeah, but if Johnny Depp, what is he going to post on Instagram? Be like, hey guys, don't be mean to Dr. Spiegel.
Don't be mean to that guy who tried to call me a wife beater. Really?
Yeah.
Is he supposed to stand up for you? You literally let his wife get away with this baloney for 6 years. So no, I don't.
If anyone's not going to like you as a person, it's going to be him. So
yeah. I don't think he should feel any responsibility to stand up for Dr. Spiegel, who literally armchair diagnosed him with narcissistic personality traits by watching his movies.
Yeah.
Come on.
I saw him in Pirates.
Now get this. Look at how he lets Amber off the hook. Miss Heard hasn't come out and said anything either. But my opinion is that she's the most vulnerable person in this situation. What?
She's so vulnerable.
He says, if I had groupies and I saw them attacking and harassing someone they don't know, I would have said what I said during the trial, that there are ways to express dissatisfaction and there are ways not to. I think when Mr. Depp first noticed this behavior from his fans, he should have redirected their emotions. And then, yeah, okay, Dr. Spiegel, I got to tell you, do not tell the internet how to behave.
No, you're going to get the opposite.
Yeah, he said, where did it go? I'm going to skip down here. If you guys want to read the whole thing, just go to the link later and read it. But I have people expressing emotion that is hurtful and harmful, whether it be words or the ton of memes I've seen that are supposed to look like me when I'm testifying. I would ask people to remember that there are appropriate ways you can say you are dissatisfied with my testimony or that I may have been short-sighted. I'm an expert at this. Oh, Dr.
Oh, he's an expert.
No. The worst thing you can do is shake your finger at the internet and tell them to be more appropriate. This is like waving a red flag at a mad, injured bull. Stop.
Oh, my Lord. Appropriate based on whose opinion? Yours?
Yeah, the internet is totally inappropriate, which is what makes it so great. Okay? The internet is not appropriate. So make sure that you go there, that you share that link on your social media, because that always helps me. I'll drop it in the chat again for you guys. So make sure you go and check that out if you want to read the rest of it. But we're moving on.
Why are you all being so mean to me?
We are moving on to something that is happening on Reddit, of all places.
Ooh.
Yes, Reddit. Let me pull it up here so we could read this viral Reddit thread.
Oh, here it is, guys. We're going to talk about Diablo Immortal. Let's go.
Blow it, Immortal. Oh my God. Here we go. Wait a minute. I'm looking for it. It's in my Twitter DMs to you. Here we go. Viral Reddit thread. You guys, this is one of the worst things I've ever read. And I know it's real because I have taken my children to Disney World multiple times, and I always run into these weirdo adults who are there and taking up all the time of the characters when there's little kids waiting. And I find it so bizarre and so off-putting. I will never understand. And if you are one of these people, Gadfly, we may have to break up. We may have to break up.
Look, we'll agree on a lot of things. We'll disagree on one thing. Or two, or three, or four.
All right. Well, should we read this first and then we'll get into what we
Yes,
disagree?
please.
Am I the asshole for not having catered at my wedding? She's a female 28 and her fiance male 30. So people who are old enough to know better just got married 2 months ago and we had our dream wedding. Everything was perfect, and I mean everything. My parents and his parents helped us pay for a great chunk of the wedding so we would be debt-free, and we are so eternally grateful for that. The issue arose about a month and a half ago when my aunt started posting on Facebook about how disappointed she was with the whole ordeal, and a few guests sided with her. Background: my fiance and I are huge Disney fans, and we travel to Disney World as much as we can throughout the year. Disney is such an important part, not only to us, but also our marriage.
Then move to Florida.
Yeah, right? Get season passes. The issue was with our decision to not offer catering services or bar services at our wedding due to routing the money towards having a wedding Minnie and Mickey make appearances at our special day. The cost to have both Minnie and Mickey for a good chunk of time, 30 minutes, was almost exactly what our parents allotted for our catering budget. So we scheduled an appearance during our first dance and our wedding photos, forgoing food service, though there were plenty of facilities at the venue where people could eat. My parents were still where did they have this wedding? Were there food trucks?
Did they say that they had their wedding at Disney World?
No.
Oh.
No. They
What?
had their wedding at some place where there are vending machines, and it sounded like a strip mall, frankly. And then instead of catering and giving food to the people who probably just spent $100 each on wedding gifts for you, they thought giving them photo opportunities with Mickey and Minnie was a better idea. Moving on, my parents were still very supportive of us, but everyone else is being passive-aggressive about it on Facebook. Am I the asshole? Edit: to those asking if the guests were warned, we clearly outlined in the invitations that there was food available at the venue. But I wonder if they told them they had to pay for it.
Yeah, that's not clear, actually.
We didn't actually spell out every restaurant's menu, but it was certainly mentioned. There were also vending machines available throughout.
That's what I want to do when I go to a wedding. Pop by a vending machine for a Twix bar.
And a bag of Doritos. Edit 2, for everyone saying that it's too much for 30 minutes, I want to clarify that it was 2 30-minute sessions on different days for $2,750. $2,750 was the cost for one session.
That's certainly too much money.
Okay.
What
is happening?
All right, so here's my overall thing of saying that they're not the asshole, I guess, is that it's their wedding, they can do whatever they want.
Oh, I disagree.
I know.
No, you cannot. No.
My
not do whatever you want because it's
whenever
your wedding. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Whenever I do have a wedding, if me and Girlfly do have one, because we're not even sure if we want to go through the whole ordeal, but it'll be based on what I want to do and what she wants to do, and everyone else can come or not. So that's my opinion on weddings.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Okay, that's everything you said there is true. Shoot, I'm having difficulty. I'm dropping stuff.
Oh my lord.
Everything you said there is true, yes, but if you are going to have a wedding and invite people, guests, you do have to feed them unless you are not taking gifts. That's the only way. If you say no gifts, that's the only way that I give you a pass for not feeding people at your wedding. Are you telling me you're going to let Aunt Marge, who's a diabetic, wander around looking for a vending machine? Like almost in a diabetic coma? Or like grandma is like dizzy. She's so hungry. Like weddings take all day.
Look, if I did have a wedding, the first things past the venue for me would be food and an open bar, because that's just the way that I would do things.
Yeah.
And yes, they should have offered food. And even with their update, that doesn't make it clear that people would be under the assumption that they'd have to buy food from somewhere.
Yeah, right. It
so
doesn't
it's
make
weird.
it clear that you would have to bring like cash to afford, to get yourself a meal. And then were there places to eat? Like, did they have tables or stations or something to like sit and eat? Or you were supposed to just go to McDonald's during this thing, grab a burger at whatever weird venue you're at that has restaurants? How many wedding venues have vending machines, right? You know what I think? I think this wedding was at one of those overpasses on the highway where you pull off. And you go into the building and there's like a Sbarro pizza and a Starbucks and like a Popeye's chicken.
Look, I don't get why they. Okay, so they're dumb, and it's pretty lame to have appearances from wedding Minnie and Mickey at your wedding. It's pretty stupid. The price is insane. And I don't know why you had to do it twice.
Well, did they also like have them at the rehearsal dinner and not give dinner, but just like have a rehearsal party with Minnie and Mickey? Like it wasn't clear. I mean, but this person is definitely the asshole. I'm sorry, there's no other way to look at it. But I still don't think we've gotten to the bottom of why you're feeling particularly attacked on this one. I want to know what your relationship as an adult is to Disney World. Spill it.
Okay, well, first,
what if any?
First, I believe in dragons.
Yeah, there's a great one at Epcot. What's his name? Figment?
Figment, yeah.
I believe in Figment for sure.
I believe in Figment of my imagination. It's great. Okay. Sorry, all the coffee's getting to me right now. I'm so nervous.
You need to turn your camera on. I want to see your face when you tell me about this story.
Oh no.
Why is the camera off anyway?
Because I was on my phone. I know. I was trying to get my computer to work. There was a whole thing. I was like, I'll just get my phone.
Not working?
Well, I just had to do so much. I was trying to join the stream, and then I forgot about it. My life is so hard.
Lars Larson says a Disneyland wedding is insanely expensive. Yeah, but this one wasn't at Disneyland. It was at some kind of highway off ramp at some place, like at a 7-Eleven. We're not sure. There were vending machines. I don't know.
I do need more info on the wedding, probably, because they just didn't clarify very much. But yeah,
the entire world decided, yes, you're the asshole already. So they're happening.
Except for me, I'm defending you guys.
What?
Do whatever you want for your wedding. If you want your wedding to be literally at the dump, and that's your dream, then you go for it.
But you can't. You have to let people know.
Yes, let them know it's at the dump.
Food, and that there will not be food. Or if it's a paid bar, you have to tell people that the bar is not open. Like, okay, here's something that you can do. People who are planning weddings and you don't have a lot of money for open bar, because that can get expensive.
Extremely.
What you want to do is provide table wine. So you serve wine and champagne. That's what you pay for, wine and champagne. And then you have a paid bar, and you just tell people. Or you only do 1 hour of an open bar before, wine at dinner, and then they can have afterwards, they can have their open bar. Not an open bar, you go pay for it at that point. But you have to tell people what is the deal. You have to let them know what to expect.
Yeah. Agreed. Everyone should be very informed before they go to your wedding, and I'm sure some people even probably flew out because not everyone lives in the same state. So,
right.
I'm sure that you should tell people what you're doing.
Right.
So I'll agree with you there.
You have to. Okay, but tell me why you love Disney World so much. Tell me. I
Hold
know
on.
you do.
Getting on my computer. Hold on now.
Oh, good. He's switching to the computer. So I missed the super chat that I missed was actually from my sister-in-law.
Oh, great.
So I'm going to tell her to text me what you said, and I'll read it. She's probably listening right now. I don't have to text her. I could just say, Amanda, just text me what you said, and I'll read it. Yeah, I'm not ignoring my family on purpose. All right, let's see.
I think that you are. It's horrible. It's just unbelievable.
Well, all right. So Lil Galaxy says, ungrateful, self-centered kids. Yeah, I personally think that that's the problem here. Like, people go to weddings for the food and drinks. Thank you, Gina. They do not come to weddings. Let's address this.
Mm-hmm.
After your first couple of friends get married and like you're excited because you're going to your first friend's wedding, after about the second one, as an adult person, you're like, God damn it, another wedding.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Like, I've got to go to, now I have to go buy some really expensive china and like show up because they expect me to be there because they were at mine. Like, no one really wants to go to a wedding. The only reason why they're going is because you want reciprocation. Like, this is just a thing that we do socially. It's part of the social contract. And as part of that social contract, you get dinner at the very least.
Right. And drinks normally.
Drinks normally, but if they can't serve alcohol, I understand that. I really do. I've been to weddings by religious people too who don't serve alcohol. Like my sister's wedding, there was no alcohol at that wedding. My sister and her husband, she married a preacher. They're in part of a religion that doesn't drink alcohol.
Right.
So they would not serve alcohol. Totally understandable. They actually didn't have dancing either because their religion, same thing, no dancing. So what she had instead was, and it was so fun. This was Stephanie's wedding. They did it at the Chicago Historical Society. It was this beautiful building. It's like a museum. It's just gorgeous. And she hired a bunch of caricature artists, and some of them were like more cartoon and some of them were more like realistic drawings to draw all the guests. So it was kind of like a carnival atmosphere almost. It was really cool. And she had a live quartet, like string orchestra that was playing all this beautiful music. And then there were these different stations where you could go to get your portrait drawn. And it was fun. And there was a beautiful dinner, gorgeous, lovely steak dinner. I mean, it was very nice. But there was no alcohol there. And, you know, my dad was really worried about it because of all of his friends from the golf club. You know, he was like, they're a bunch of winos. How am I going to not offer them liquor? No one complained. Everyone actually had a wonderful time. And they said it was one of the best weddings they ever went to. But you do have to treat your guests well. Like they're there for you. They took time out of their day, out of their lives to be at your special day. They went and they bought you a gift. You have to feed them. Ah, there he is. There he is.
Okay, I'm
All
here.
right.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great.
All right. I'm dying to know, what is this Disney fixation?
Look, guys. Look. Disney, as a company, has done a lot of things I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I think we can all attest to that.
We have some in the chat that's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone's watched the live action Mulan, you're stupid. Don't do that.
I've still never seen it. Was it really
Me
bad?
either. Don't do it.
Okay.
They think in the end credits they like thank China for like letting them film in this spot where they have literal concentration camps.
Oh no.
So Disney's evil in many ways.
Yeah.
However, there is not a theme. I'm a big theme park fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big roller coaster like fanatic or anything.
Okay.
Like for instance, I think Six Flags is kind of garbage.
Okay.
I'm a fan of theme parks. I'm a fan of places that can transport you to a different world. It's kind of like live action role playing in a way.
Yeah.
And I think nothing even comes even sort of close Not even Hogwarts at Universal. Nothing
Really?
comes
I
even
haven't
sort
been
of
there yet,
close.
so it's not even as good. Well, look, I agree with you though. I love Disney World. I'm not saying that I dislike Disney World, and adults can definitely like Disney World. My husband and I did take a vacation there. We called it a revenge, or I called it a revenge vacation. We went without the kids, and I told them all about it and sent them pictures because they had been very bad for an entire year. No, I'm kidding. I just said to them, this is what you get for all the mom. I'm going to send you pictures from our revenge vacation in Disney World. It actually just happened that he had like this discount at this hotel or whatever that was right on Disney property. And I'm like, why don't we just go? Why don't we do Epcot? We love Epcot. And as adults, you drink around the world. It's great. Without kids, it's a fantastic adult vacation. So I'm there with you. Like I get that. And I also I have a lot of great memories in Disney World because I went there as a kid and then of course took my children. And yeah, I get it. It's a fun place. The thing I don't understand are the adults who are so obsessed with Disney World and things at Disney World that they almost don't see what it is for, which is for the children. It is for the children. And the first time I took my kids there was the first time I noticed this, that there were grown ass adults taking up space in the lines to see these characters and like doing things like my little girl didn't get to see Mulan because they cut her off and she was not able to go see Mulan. And there are these adults with no children in that line. If that were me, I'm not saying it's a problem to go get a picture with the character, but if I was the one in line, I would have been like, oh, honey, you go. I don't need this.
Well, I would too. I don't really care about the mascots and character things. That's not really.
But there are adults out there who do.
Oh, I know.
And
there
it's
are crazy.
Weird.
There are crazy Disney people for sure that take it way too far and won't let any of it go. But
yeah. And like taking up spaces at character breakfast when you don't have a child. Do you know how hard it is to get into those? It is incredibly hard. You have to a year in advance make those reservations. So frankly, I think you should have to have a child to get in. I don't think any adult needs to be at a character breakfast.
Okay, I agree with you about that.
Except the Star Wars one, because that was new. And like that was something you wouldn't have been able to see unless. So like maybe have some for adults, but the majority of them for kids. It just to me,
This is the same thing as like whenever we were talking about Marvel the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying these movies are made for kids.
Well, for the most part.
For the most part.
Not that you can't enjoy them.
No, but I don't think I just think they're not.
You think they're not made for kids?
I think they are made for kids, but I think that as any company wants to do, they want to have as many people go there as possible. That's why they hire people like Robert Redford and Michael Douglas, because they want an older crowd to also come in. And that's what I mean. I got Spider-Man statues and stuff. I'm definitely into Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
But I do think that I don't think kids are going to the Roger Rabbit ride and they're like, wow, this ride was made for me. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I haven't been there. I haven't been to Universal. I really want to go, but I haven't. Disney always gets our attention because it's like you said, it is the best theme park. I agree with you. So. I agree with you that nothing else comes close.
I mean, they wouldn't have Club 33, which has a 10-year waiting list and costs $25,000 a year.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's the secret club above Pirates of the Caribbean.
Shut up.
Yeah. And it's only for adults. Yeah, I think the waiting list is about 10 years now.
No way. What is going on up there? It's a bar?
It's like a little, Walt Disney was into the whole Freemason stuff.
Is this in California or Florida?
I think it's definitely in California. I think they also have one in Florida, though.
I have never heard of this.
Well, you don't see
Florida.
It. It's blended into the scenery. It's a very secretive little bar.
I'm shocked by this. I'm shook. I'm shooketh.
Disney does, like Epcot, Disney does a lot of things for adults because they know that adults want to go there. And, not for nothing, but they wouldn't offer a Mickey and Minnie in wedding outfits just for, the kindness of their hearts. They do it because they know people are going to pay $3,000 for a visit from them.
Okay. Relspa says, I can't think this Mickey Mouse marriage is going to last that long. I saw some funny comments saying, I wonder how much they'll charge for a visit to divorce court. KL says, rest area victuals. Yes.
I mean, I think it's you're right. It's for kids in a way because like they don't have like alcohol front and center in Disney World. They
No.
They
You
don't
have to really go looking for it.
Yeah, every like security person is in like plain clothes because they don't want kids to see people with like guns and stuff sitting around the park, and things like that. So I mean that's cool, but I like that. I like that they focus on. And of course, this is not Disney as a company as a whole. I'm specifically talking about the parks.
Yeah,
but they do focus on the enjoyment of a kid going there and that they're going to have a good time. They're going to forget about the rest of the world and they're just going to be in a theme park.
I think they really screwed it up when they took away fast passes, though, and made fast passes something you have to buy. Look, by the time we leave a Disney World vacation, I feel like the mouse has turned us upside down and shook every dime out of our pockets.
Oh, definitely.
And we were already spending for a family of 5. It's absolutely a $5,000 or more trip or more. And the idea that they are now charging extra for fast passes when it was working just fine, where you only got a certain number per day. And so everyone kind of like shared that. I don't understand. That just seems like such a money grab to me that it just makes me angry. Just angry.
You have a new super chat. Sorry, I was reading it.
I see that. Hold on, I'm going to grab it. Thank you, Turkina. My husband used to work at Club 33. This is so crazy. It was named for the original 33 investors in Disney. There were
Sure it was.
Sure it was. Isn't that the Freemason number?
Yeah.
They built a private apartment next door for Walt, but he passed away before finish. I have never heard of this thing.
Sure he did, that freezer boy chilling in his frozen chamber. Now, yes, chat, they do have alcohol at Disneyland. I didn't say they didn't have alcohol. I said it's not front and center. Like if you go to Universal, every cart has all the beers and stuff available like on top of the cart.
You have to go searching for it. You have to know where to go. It's in Disney World, Walt Disney World. I don't think there is any alcohol except for at one restaurant, and it might be Liberty Tavern, where I think that's the one place. I could be wrong, but you have to go to Epcot to get drinks.
I think you can get it at the restaurants. You can't get it at any like the
right
food
if you are
stands.
sitting down at one of the restaurants, but there's no drink stands, there's no beer carts, and I think that's a good thing. My husband and I both agreed that that's a great thing because it actually keeps the crowd very family oriented at Disney World. And if you want to go and drink around the world, you just head over to Epcot and do that, and we do it every time we go. We love it so much.
Right.
It's so fun to have that kid side and the adult side and keep it that way. Then there's Downtown Disney, which they've named a million different things. And I'm talking Disney Springs. Now it's Disney Springs. It used to be Downtown Disney. Now it's Disney Springs, and there's a ton of great bars and restaurants and fun things there. Now my sister has the sister you guys haven't met. She has a great story about being at Downtown Disney. It was years ago. It was back in the I guess 80s, late 80s, maybe early 90s. She was a teenager. She was like 17 years old, and she was out at Downtown Disney and with the cousins, and they had like this fireworks wheel going around, and it was spitting out fireworks. And one of the fiery pieces of firework went into her eye. And she said as she was screaming and crying, people popped up out of the ground, literally came up out of nowhere and took her into an underground tunnel where there was a hospital.
Yeah, Disney Hospital.
Literally a hospital. And they had her all patched up with in seconds. There is an entire world underneath Disney World.
There is.
It's incredible. I would love to see that. I would love to see. Somebody should take a camera down there and show us what's under there. You don't get to find out unless you have a horrifying experience like my sister did.
Well, and of course that some of that they do that to maintain their own, popularity.
Pleasure Island. It was called Pleasure Island then. That's where she was. Pleasure Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, Disney does that to be like, oh, we don't want anyone else to see that, that something we have done may have injured a guest or whatever. But it is also very nice. If I swear, other than a roller coaster derailing, your child can pretty much not die at Disney World.
Yeah.
Anything that
Yeah.
happens, they will be there in less than a second.
Yeah, no, seriously, they're
It'll be
seriously on
fine.
top of it. Blah says Disney Hospital, they have their own police and laws. Not anymore.
Yeah, right.
Not anymore. Not after Ron DeSantis got done with them. They cannot govern themselves anymore.
Disney used to own the
Don't
entire town around Disney World.
They
Which is
still
called
do. They still do.
I think they sold it back to Florida.
Oh,
but
the one that they built? Are you talking about the town that they built?
Yeah, Celebration.
Celebration.
I think they sold it back.
There are great restaurants there, by the way. So Celebration was like this entire town built by Disney World that had condos. Like you could live there. They had their own school. There's restaurants, stores. It's a beautiful town. It was like one of those things that they did as like the town of the future. One of these things that Disney had all these ideas. Walt Disney had all these ideas about what the living communities of the future would look like. And so they built one. And my husband and I, on our revenge vacation, we ate there. We ate at one of the restaurants there and walked around in Celebration. It was kind of cool. A kid did get eaten by an alligator at Walt Disney World.
Alligators don't eat people. I don't appreciate this alligator hate. Alligators don't like the taste of humans.
A 2-year-old got chomped.
He got chomped and killed.
Drowned.
He didn't get eaten.
Okay, he wasn't eaten, but he was drowned. And let me tell you something about that. I covered that when that happened. And that was the year of the revenge trip, by the way. I had just been there. And we stayed at the Pirates of the Caribbean Hotel, whatever that's called. It's not called that, but it's Pirates themed one. It was like one of the mid-level hotels, and they had the big like pirate ship pool there. Well, they also had a beach on a natural lagoon. Now, the beach was for hanging out. The water you are not supposed to swim in. And there are signs everywhere that say danger, do not go in the water. As I'm sitting on this beach, I shit you not, at least 3 families took their children into that water and they were wading around in it. And I had to stop them. Now they're from like other countries. So maybe they don't read English. I don't know. But I told all 3 of them, no. Take your children out of the water. Take your children out of the water. There are alligators. There's brain-eating amoebas. There are snakes. Get out of the water. Gadfly, people don't know. And this is why 2-year-olds get eaten. And that happened in that exact same situation. There was a sign where the little boy was in the water with an adult and the alligator just came and grabbed him. There is nothing Disney could have done about that. They cannot cull every alligator on the property. You're talking about thousands of acres and they're protected on top of that. Like it's up to you to stay out of the areas that are dangerous. Foxy Fox says, I'm a Disney aficionado. It's true. I do know a lot about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Disney didn't get in any trouble for that, because it's not, legally, because it's not their fault. There's a rule about Florida where it's every body of water has at least 1 alligator in it.
Oh, so you have to be so careful. And it's not just the bodies of water. I mean, golf courses, if you are playing golf in Florida, you better watch out. You will not even see them either. They lay in the grass and you cannot see them until you are right on top of them. They are there. They are everywhere. Mary Rose says, non-Floridians seem to not understand that there are alligators and snakes everywhere. That's right. And there's no stopping them from going wherever the hell they want. You can't. These animals are protected and they generally don't attack people. They generally do not cause any issues. If you see an alligator, just walk the other way, like never confront one, never do any of that. You just move away from it. They don't like chase after you or anything.
Not really.
Not
they are
really.
fast though, if they wanted to.
If they want to be. I heard though, and I don't know if this is true, maybe it's I probably got punked, but I heard that in order to avoid an alligator attack, you should run in a zigzag pattern because they cannot do that. They only run straight.
What losers. Or climb a tree. I don't think they're very good at climbing trees, but maybe they are. I don't know.
Yeah, we used to have like a summer house. My dad and his sisters had a summer house together in Florida on a golf course that was in a place called Haines City, which was 35 minutes outside of Walt Disney World. So we used to get to go there all the time. Every summer we would go. And on this golf course, they had this place where you could go to get in a hot tub that was up on stilts above the swamp, like overlooking the swamp. But in order to get there at night, we used to go at night because it was kind of fun to listen to all the bellowing of the alligators. So I'm like 8 years old. I'm little. I was tiny, skinny little kid. And I'm walking behind my mother, through this dark wooded path to get to this thing on stilts. And you hear the alligators all around you making these crazy noises. And I'm thinking to myself, Mom, like I'm the little one they're gonna come after. Lisa K, thanks for the super chat. Wants to know, Gadfly, can you tell us about your new song?
It's about NFTs. If you don't know what those are, don't worry about it. But they are just these little things that people buy on the internet and try to sell them for more money. Successfully, usually, actually, but also very unsuccessfully sometimes. And it's very sad. And we're not talking like they're buying some Pokemon cards. We're talking people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on essentially a JPEG of something so they can sell it to someone else for more than that.
I have a feeling this is not going to be as popular as Camille.
Well, I don't know. It's definitely going to be a different audience for sure. But if anyone knows about NFTs, they're just I'm getting annoyed with NFT stuff.
I don't get it.
So,
I don't get the whole NFT. I still can't even wrap my head around what it even means.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. All the lingo is just like pyramid scheme nonsense. So.
Okay, so a link to a JPEG on a Google Drive account?
Yeah,
what?
Technically, you don't own the JPEG. You own the receipt for the JPEG, essentially.
Okay, this sounds like the biggest scam I've ever heard of.
Correct.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ask anyone like why NFTs need to exist, there's no good reason. Unless they come with something like, for instance, Eminem sold an NFT and it sold for $100,000, but it came with a beat that he made.
But it came with the beat, because what's his name bought it, right?
Tom McDonald bought it.
Tom McDonald bought it and made a great rap with it.
Yeah. So I mean that's worth it.
Daisy says, "LOL, he's writing a song about nothing."
Yeah, basically. It's a song about nothing. Non-fungible tokens means nothing to anybody.
Seinfeld, made an entire 10-season show out of nothing. So this could be it. This could be your moment.
Finally. But yes, it's about NFTs. I think you'll enjoy the song though, just as a song anyways. I think you guys might like it. So
Friendly Neighbor says, "Hey Megan, you talked on a previous stream about a garbage plate. Was not a fan of your take. Nobody who's from Rochester is a fan of my take on garbage plates. You guys all get so upset with me for
What's
hating
a garbage plate.
I didn't tell you what oh God, this is this thing. It's the regional food here. It's the thing that Rochester is known for, the garbage plate. And it starts out, I'm going to try and say this without disgust coming through in my voice. So to be fair to all the garbage plate fans out there, but it starts with home fries on the bottom. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you're going to have mac salad.
Salad? Like cold macaroni salad?
Cold macaroni salad.
Okay.
And then you're going to go with a hamburger patties and hot dogs.
Why?
I know. I'm not done yet. And then something called hot sauce over the top of that, which is not hot sauce in any sense of any hot sauce I've ever known, but it's actually a beanless chili meat sauce, and it's not spicy at all, but it is warm in temperature.
Great.
It's like the chili you would put on a chili dog. So that goes on the top, and then like sometimes ketchup and mustard too. Like they top it off with like a squeeze of mustard or something. And I have been told that this is something you need to eat when you're drunk, which.
So it's bad.
Look, Look,
Cool.
Rochester, you got to do better than this. You cannot be known for something called the garbage plate. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
pretty
you people love these things, but you love this here. It's a regional thing, and people get very angry with me for saying that it's not good. But it's not good. You know what? When I hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will eat a garbage plate
That is so.
on this stream.
I'm not sorry to anyone who likes it. That sounds so stupid.
It's really bad.
Sounds like a bunch of people who don't know how to cook.
Dirk Diggler says, sounds like something Dr. Spiegel would eat.
Yeah.
Nita says, sounds amazing.
There used to be a website called thisiswhyyou'refat.com. And it would have stuff like deep fried Twix burgers and stuff like that. And that's what it sounds like to me.
Foxy Fox says, garbage plate. Gadfly was present for the discussion, I think, but it was so NFT-like that it went into one ear and out the other.
Yeah. NFTs are garbage plates in a way. Yeah, I mean, I think Canada's embarrassing for trying to make poutine a thing. So good luck with garbage plate.
I actually like poutine, and yes, it does sound sort of like poutine, and I guess it's
But it's
kind
not
of, but it's like a trash version. It's not cuisine. Like it's like the trailer park version of poutine. Like what?
Yeah, but even poutine isn't a cuisine. They're just like, oh, we put stuff that tastes good together. We made a new meal.
Well,
It's
but
like,
they
no.
use like in poutine, they usually will use a good cheese and like a homemade gravy that is a little elevated with maybe wine or whatever. It's good sometimes, not everywhere. They're not good all the time. Wait, I wanted to read that. What the heck? I just lost it on accident. Darn it. I'm sorry. Anne says, as a foreign citizen of Denmark, we often hear of unnecessary warning in USA. Example, don't put your baby in the microwave. Perhaps peeps think the same about alligators. You guys must think Americans are totally dumb. I'm telling you, we seem dumb.
I think
yeah, putting your baby in a Florida pond and thinking that that's a good idea. Like, don't they tell you this on the plane on the way in? Hey, alligators are here. They're real. Don't go in any natural bodies of water. Bad idea. Stay at the hotel pool, please. I seriously felt like I needed to stay on that beach all day, just warning off the foreigners. Like, don't go in the water. Don't.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. For the record, chat, I like poutine, but I'm saying that's not like a cuisine of a country. Like, look what we made.
I thought it was like French Canadian. Am I wrong?
Well, we don't even know who those people are.
They live
Pick a
in
language.
Montreal. They live in
Pick a
Quebec.
language. Pick a language, guys. I'm just kidding. I would apologize to Canada, but they're not going to be upset.
Blah says,
nice.
OMG, guys, we need this. We need Megan to eat that live.
Ugh.
Gross. And by the time I would get it home, by the way, from the place I have to go to get it, it would be cold. I'd have to reheat it. There's nothing worse than a reheated garbage plate. Oh, maybe what I'll do is go mobile and go to the restaurant, take you guys there and show you.
What do you mean a reheated garbage plate? Everything you mentioned is reheated. Everything in that meal is reheated.
So bad.
Why are you mixing cold mac and cheese with home
It's not
fries?
mac and cheese. It's mac salad. Macaroni.
Oh, sorry.
Cold macaroni salad.
Oh, yeah. If it was mac and cheese, it'd be so much worse. Mac salad, and then hamburger patties, and then hot dogs, and then some garbage condiments on it. Great. Great.
And you know what? If I hit that 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so go subscribe now. And I forgot to even tell you people to go like this stream. I have no idea if you've done it at all. Make it thrash like a mackerel. You know what to do. If I do get to 20,000, I will get Amanda Prestigiacomo to go with me, because Amanda is she's a writer at the Daily Wire, but she just happens to live near me and she knows all the good Rochester places. So I will make her go with me, and she will show me the ways of the garbage plate. I think she's one of those who thinks that the garbage plate is like a regional thing. I think she's even one of the ones who was like, yeah, no, it's great when you're drunk. So I guess I have to get drunk first. Is this how this is going to work? Who's driving? I need a driver now. I have to get drunk and eat one of these things.
That's a great argument. It's great when you're drunk.
Everyone says this though. You don't understand. I sit in for one of the radio hosts here in Syracuse and in Rochester, and I had this conversation with the people here in Rochester about this garbage plate, and I'm like, seriously, I don't understand it. Would you please? And everyone who called was like, Megan, you have to. It has to be after midnight, and you have to have had.
You a gremlin?
You have to have tied on one too many. Literally every person said this. Like, you have to be drunk. I've never heard of a place saying, here's our most famous food. Let's get you drunk first before you eat it.
Yeah, because if you're not, you'll realize that my child made it. Okay, I have to go back to Disney World for a moment.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I don't appreciate all the chat hate. It made me sad. I feel like Dr. Spiegel. Whenever I'm talking about Disney World, I'm not even talking about Disney. I'm not even talking about Disney movies and Disney shows. I'm talking about the art of making theme parks and how you can have a compelling dark ride and go through the story of Winnie the Pooh, which is my favorite ride. Yeah, how do you like that for an adult?
My favorite ride is Peter Pan.
Yeah, see, exactly. And Peter Pan is great because the Imagineers, as they're so delightfully called, are really good at this. They're really good at making a ride. A lot goes into making theme park rides. And it's not always just how fast can this roller coaster go and how many times can it do a flip. We need to make sure that this is compelling as people go through it, because especially in rides like Peter Pan or Pooh.
Oh, the small details. The small details are so important. And Peter Pan is my favorite. It makes me feel like I'm flying. And I love that. I feel like I'm flying in a ship. And also the Haunted Mansion. I love the Haunted Mansion. And I never went to it when I was a kid because my mother was very anti-ghost. Don't ask me. This is very anti-ghost. Not allowed anything ghosty. So I always thought it was really scary. And then I went for the first time with my husband on the revenge trip. I was like, let's go do it. Let's do how scary could it be? And it was the most fun. And I couldn't wait to take my kids on it because it was watching them make ghosts dance.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh my gosh. There's waltzing ghosts. It's the greatest thing you ever saw. It's terrific.
It does feel like magic. Now, we all know Disney's a bunch of hypocrites. They're like, hey guys, we look at all the solar panels we have. Also, here's our $30,000 firework explosion every night. They don't really care.
You guys, the parades. Let me tell you something about the parades at Disney World. So I had, let's see, my oldest daughter was like 6, maybe 5, and the youngest one was just over 2. And I mean, it was hot. It was 112 degrees, 112. And I'm not making that up. It was literally 112. It was July in Florida, and OMG, hot as hell. My 5-year-old had done the bibbity boppity boo thing. So she's all decked out in the glitter and she's sweating and she's in this costume. She's dying. She's just hating every minute of it. And they're crying, they're whining, they're miserable. And I'm like, okay, look, you guys, there's a parade coming. We're just going to sit on this curb right here and we're going to just take a break and just try to calm down. And the parade's coming. So we went from total meltdown with a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old to this parade starting. And I mean, it was like the world got into a good mood. I mean, it changed my children. In fact, I have got a video of this somewhere. It changed my children from like crying, screaming, miserable, and angry to having the best time of their lives in approximately 30 seconds. And then my daughter was the one who went to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. She was dressed up like Ariel. She was in the mermaid costume. And here comes the float with Eric the Prince and Ariel. And Eric leans over the thing and gets her attention and starts blowing her kisses. She lost her mind, had so much fun. It was amazing how all of a sudden we weren't hot anymore. We weren't miserable anymore. And it was just the most amazing thing. It was great. They want the kitty on the screen. Where's the kitty? Where's Catfly?
He just laid down in my lap. I'll bother her for a moment.
Nina says ghosts are people too. We have a lot of pro ghost people in the chat. Aw, Catfly. Van Stripe says, I don't know about ghosts. They seem sus.
Yeah, they do.
Tarkina, have I done Haunted Mansion at Halloween when it flips to Nightmare Before Christmas? So cool. No, I've never been there at Halloween time. I always go in the god-awful heat of summer. Don't ask me why.
I don't know why
because
you
that's-
shouldn't do that.
Because the kids don't have school.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
know,
get why.
that's why I want. And if we were to go during, my sister-in-law went at Christmas, and we were supposed to go for the Christmas thing with her, but we realized before we bought the tickets, like, oh my God, no, we're all going to have the flu. We should not go during flu season because for sure we will get the flu and lose all of our money, and it will be terrible. So we stick with summer because everyone's healthy and
Yeah.
there's no school.
Well, there's a reason why most people go during summer. It's not because
Right. It's not because they like the weather. Nina says ghosts are people too.
Yes, they are. That's true. Very true. But yes, Disney World is great. It for sure, especially you're right for like especially for a kid. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you watch the fireworks show in Magic Kingdom, you're like you can't believe it's. You feel like you've never seen fireworks before because you're like, who designed this? This is incredible, and that's why the artistry behind it all, because like animators animated and decided what gets projected onto the castle. You know, people are designing.
Projection onto the castle thing is insane.
It's amazing.
That was something that wasn't okay. So I've been going to Walt Disney World since I was, 6, 5. And back then they did fireworks over the castle, but there was no projection technology. This was something that I don't know when it started, but the first time I saw it was that trip with the little ones, with my kids when they were little. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My eyes just like couldn't take it in. That's how good it was. I couldn't even, I had seen it on YouTube, but it is not the same as seeing it live and in person. They have done something that is so amazing. It makes you feel like you are tripping. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it doesn't look real, really,
no, it
like
doesn't
at
look
all.
Real. You start believing it.
I mean, and the weird thing is that like everyone knows stuff like if you go to like Vegas or whatever and you watch like the water show outside of the Bellagio, sometimes that's like gorgeous. And you're like, wow, this is incredible. But Disney has that a million times and they're all amazing.
Yeah, so, exactly. All right. So we have to see this because you guys have to see this. This is unbelievable. Somebody just sent
I'm done defending Disney World.
Somebody just sent me. Well, I mean, I'm bummed that Disney World has made some of the decisions that they've made because they do have a wonderful theme park and I do want to take part in it, but I also hate some of the stuff they've done. So now I'm conflicted. All right. But Emily, who has been watching us and bartending, has made us a video. Do you want to see it? This is so great.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Check this out. She's wearing her t-shirt, by the way. You can hear it, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
In love last night, I saw an angel dressed in white in Fairfax, Virginia, and she had to fight a serpentine inside that was spewing lies. But don't look inside.
That's so awesome.
That's great.
Emily, thank you. That's awesome. I want to know what drinks were those? What were you making? They looked like turquoise almost. Or
yeah, they look pretty.
Like pistachio? Is it pistachio? What are those? Those look amazing.
They look like they'd be good for actually be good for Halloween time because they look kind of spooky.
It's kind of spooky. Totally. All right. I think we got to everything. Did we get to everything we were going to get to today? I think so. All right. Well, let's do more chats before we go because there's chats. And don't forget to visit the merch store. If you want to look as cool as Emily did in that t-shirt, you need to get one. And it does come in that awesome turquoise color. That's the one she was wearing, but it comes in turquoise. Johnny's favorite color, by the way, isn't happy hour any hour. And it's perfect if you do stuff like bartending. Duh. Comes in glasses, comes in stickers, comes in mega pints. You got to get one. So let me get you the link, which is here somewhere. I always usually have it up on the screen, but I went to Twitter instead over it, so I lost the link. So let me put the link for you in the chat if you want to be as cool as Emily. The chat is still talking about pro ghost or anti ghost, and it's so funny. Maybe I should put I'm going to put a poll up. I am pro
Ghost or
ghost
anti-ghost. Hey, John, thanks for
or
checking out the stream.
ghost. Hang on one second. Hold on. You take over for a second. Read
Okay.
some chats. I'll be right back.
John Delarose, are you pro or anti Disney World or Disneyland? Theme parks only, not Disney as a company, just theme parks. Literally just imagine that nobody owns it. Just the theme parks themselves. I feel like I have to always clarify. Okay, but we'll stop talking about Disney World. I'm sorry. But if you guys do want to see some really great stuff, go look at Defunct Land on YouTube. It is amazing. Good history.
Look at this comment. Megan basically revealed that Mickey has her totally brainwashed at this point. The alligator killed the baby, even though everyone saw Mickey drowning the kid right in front of everyone.
John, you're so wrong. Who is this John Delarose guy? I hope I never meet him.
Too careful. He can pop right in here. He's connected
Oh, God.
to the screen.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding, John. Oh, no.
Wait, we have 72% so far say they're pro ghost. I feel like maybe you haven't thought that out so well. I don't know.
I'm pro ghost. I'm pro ghost for sure.
You're pro ghost. Oh, Blah
Yeah.
says I'm pro ghost because I don't want to be haunted. But if you're too pro ghost, don't they feel like real comfortable around you?
Yeah, but then you just have a bunch of Caspers around you. They're laughing it up.
If you get lucky. What about the bad ones? What about the ones
There's
that I
no-
always see on those TV shows? they have to move. They have to move because the ghost is like, I don't know, doing terrible things to their children.
Yeah, usually it's
What
pretty
is
bad.
that show? What's the show I'm thinking of? A haunting. A haunting. All of you pro ghost people are proving to me you've never seen a haunting. That shit's scary. No, thank you.
How many have you been visited by a ghost before? Was it Christmas time?
I have always been a fan of the Ghost of Christmas Present. He's my favorite.
Oh yeah, great. True.
John Delarose says I'd only go with the kids, like no real point otherwise. I kind of disagree with that. I think Disney World can be a really fun, and Disneyland, fun place for adults.
Yeah, John. The kids love the Indiana Jones bar. That's their favorite place. God.
Yeah. Look at this comment. This is my favorite. I'm pro-communist ghost because a dead communist is a good communist. I'm with you. Oh, God. I'm having a scheduling problem.
Oh, no.
Read some more chats. What else? Let's see.
Okay.
Wait, what? No restriction on ghost belief. Though I'm more pro spirit. Amber is a living succubus. That's true. Ghost lives matter.
This is very true. They do.
Oh, gosh.
That's great. Ghost lives.
Ghost unlives? I don't know.
Afterlives. Ghost afterlives.
Afterlives. There it goes. Ghost lives doesn't really make sense. Ghost afterlives matter makes more sense. Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny.
But yes, I do have a box of Mickey ears that I've gathered throughout the years. Okay. Is that what you guys want to know? You want me to admit this? Huh? My favorite Disney character is Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit. And and Jessica Rabbit would be one of the top ones too.
Jessica Rabbit.
She's pretty cool.
Okay, so speaking of ghost tours, because Hey Joe says, ghosts don't scare me. There's a bunch of haunted places in Michigan that are haunted and you can tour them. I went on one of the most fun ghost tours ever in Philadelphia. So when my daughter was in 6th grade, they had a class trip that went to Philadelphia. And one of the items on the list was this ghost tour. And basically it was walking around the cobbled streets of Philadelphia at night with a guide who would take you to each historical place and tell you the ghost stories. Some of them were like murder stories, like real historical stories. All of them were like true stories of things that happened in these buildings. Oh my gosh, so fun. If you ever get a chance to do like one of those historical ghost tours, you should definitely do it. That is fun.
I did a good one in New Orleans where it's like historical ghost tour, but also a brewery, like bar hopping.
Oh, I like that.
So
I like
was
that
fun.
idea. I like that idea even better than taking a bunch of 6th graders on a sober ghost tour. Yeah, no, I like the bar hopping one. Sounds like more fun. You win. All right.
First time I had absinthe, and man, I really enjoyed it actually.
This is your last chance to get those super chats and super stickers in, because I'm about to kill the stream because I got to go. I have 2 kids who have 2 separate concerts tonight in separate schools. So now Mr. Fox and I have to decide which one of us is going to one school and which one of us is going to the other school, and how to explain to each one why mom or dad isn't going to see them in their concert. It sucks.
Wow.
Why do the schools do this? Why do they always plan their concerts on the same days? Like, honestly, this is not the first time it's happened. Hey Joe wants to know, were there mega pints on the ghost tour? Yes, Van Strife. And then I have Ricada tonight, so I have to go to 2 choral concerts. Well, no, I have to go to 1. The other one's got to go to the other one. And then, yes, I will be up all night with Ricada. Ridiculous.
What time are you going on the Ricada stream?
Midnight. My time.
Midnight
My
your
time.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll certainly still be up editing.
You have to tune in to watch me forget to mention you.
I can't wait.
No, that's not happening. That is not happening. I'm going to write it. I'm going to write
text.
it. I'm going to write
I'm not going to chat.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write it on I'm doing it right now. Where's my sticky notes? I'm going to put a sticky note literally on my screen so I can't forget. Sticky note. Here it is. Make Ricada play Gadfly.
Make sure he doesn't play Amber or Johnny.
Right,
or apparently objection hearsay, I guess,
yeah, I
because
know.
John got
no,
one.
it'll have to be Camille, because that one never has a copyright issue.
No, I made 100% sure that it wouldn't. Stupid.
What time is Ricada? Midnight Eastern Standard Time. Yes, if you're going to be there in the chat, please remind me. Please remind me.
Or else next stream, I'm going to be like, oh, I guess the sticky note fell off.
So here, I'm putting it on there right now. I'm putting it on there right now. It's right in front of me. I'm not going to forget.
It's never going to happen, guys. We're all going to be there. We're all going to watch it not happen.
No, it's happening. It's happening. All right, I got to go. I got to run. I have so much stuff to do. All right, listen. We are going to close out the show. And of course, because the stream is about Camille, how could we not close it out with Camille? We
didn't even mention Camille was, or did you mention she was?
Before you got here, but she's been made a full partner at her firm. And
Deservedly so.
Yeah. And Twitter is like going nuts with hashtag congratulations, Camille. Everybody is celebrating our favorite lady lawyer. And so we bid you adieu with this tune from Gadfly, who I am not going to forget, on the Ricada stream later tonight. Bye, everybody.
I fell in love last night. I saw an angel dressed in white in Fairfax, Virginia, and she had to fight a serpent in his sides that was spewing lies. But don't look in his eyes. I know that this is the answer. sunlight will make you glow. Caught the liars to come back home. For real, well, girl, you give me a